Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is once again your boy Big Mac here at the Laredo Funny Presents X's and Bros podcast. Wow, that's actually pretty low. This is what you call on-the-fly fixins right here. You might be able to hear me a little better. We're going to talk that way cool. I am your boy Big Mac. What the fuck are you doing, George? You don't even want to know. Anyway, what's great is I'm looking at the audio files and it's just like peak, 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 peak from when you're hitting it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough bantering. My name is Big Mac. I am the host of your weekly NFL podcast. Sitting here to my left is the good old man.
That's me. Yeah, I'm on the left side. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was reversing our placement.
He's dumb is what he's saying. Anyways.
Yes.
And sitting to my right is the good old.
I love how he didn't introduce himself, though.
That's true.
Oh, that's right. JR. Here we go.
And to my right, see what you got me doing. To my right is Mr. No Name.
For the audience, we're actually playing musical chairs, so we're revolving around Fred right now, sitting in different spots. That's why he's a little bit confused. But yes, I am currently to his right. I am Mr. George Alvarez, and I got to say one thing. Hey, player.
Hey, player. And the great part about all that is he's talking about me being confused, yet George won a very respectable 7-9 last week in picks.
Okay. In my defense, I'm not confused. The entire fucking league is confused.
Yes, it is. Man.
Logic does not apply. The entire league is just playing football like it's drunk. They're making shit up as they go along, and it doesn't make it no rhyme or reason, and it's just fucking total chaos. 3 weeks into the season.
And then tagging a little bit to that, I was pretty, I had my enough adult beverages last time to where, I was a little emotional and a little all over the place. But Fred, how did I do?
Well, here, this is something we're going to be doing weekly. We're actually going to give JR a quick 2 minutes to just say whatever the fuck he wants because, while George went 7-9 and sucked all the dicks, I sucked 2 less dicks than he did and went 9-7. But good old JR over here.
Isn't that 2 more? Or,
whatever.
Okay, well.
I said, fuck you. JR actually gets his 2 minutes because he went 10-6. You son of a bitch.
Yes, I did.
So what do you want to talk about for a quick couple of seconds? You get to bring up the first topic. Or whatever you want to talk about.
No, just, talking to what George is saying, is like right now, it just seems that, the league is in flux. Everybody's still kind of getting used to each other. And, it kind of leads into, OTAs and all this other stuff being shortened by the, NFL Players Association. So, beginning of the season, not everybody is as prepped, I think, as they should have been in previous years. People are still finding that chemistry, so to speak. That being said, throw that hell out the window because it's up in the air. Everybody's so up in the air right now. Mm-hmm. Like nothing. There's no rhyme. There's no
like
reason.
the legs of the chick I was hooking up with this past weekend. Legs up in the air.
You thought you're gonna get 2 legs and you have a leg and a peg leg. It's all whacked out. Everything's just out the window. That one line I mentioned. Any given Sunday, literally is week 1, week 2. Week 3 is everything. Okay, it's kind of starting to fall into place.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Before we go, we actually dive into the football portion of this podcast, which is going to be the majority of it. We would like to send our thoughts and prayers out to the family of Jose Hernandez, the young baseball player who tragically passed away I believe it was in Florida, right?
Yes.
Miami, Florida. Miami Marlins pitcher Jose Fernandez. And tragic story. Kid comes over from Cuba, defected. He tried 3 times, 4 times to make it over here. He was actually imprisoned at one point for trying to leave Cuba. In one of his trips, he was on the raft, kind of floating towards Florida. Someone went overboard. He dove into the water to save the person that fell out of the raft, out of the boat, and he rescued her. Turned out to be his mother, and came in here. Played in the league. He was a rookie of the year. He was a 2-time All-Star. This kid was a phenomenal talent, among the league leaders in strikeouts in Major League Baseball. And one night just decided, I need to clear my head a little bit. I'm going to hang out with a couple of buddies. Let's go out on a boat. And middle of the night, 3:30 a.m., tragedy struck. And it's very sad. It's a devastating loss for Miami. The Dolphins actually did hold a moment of silence before the Dolphins football game for the young pitcher from the Miami Marlins, Jose Fernandez. And what I'm going to say to that, real quick, and this is not taking anything away from him, but people, stress it. Nothing good happens after 2 a.m. There's no reason to be out. There's no reason. Go home. Go lay in your bed. Go think about stuff. Whatever. Watch some TV. You know, there's no need to be out at 3:30 in the morning. Bad things happen after 2 a.m.
Yeah, I think it shows a lot of character that the kid had. I call him kid because he was such a young guy. I mean, 24 years old. He did a lot of good for a lot of people. Enough that I had the opportunity to go to the Buccaneers versus the LA Rams game this past Sunday, and they had a moment of silence for him too, and it says a lot about you when you do so well in the sport you're in the profession that you pick, and when you pass, no one talks about it. They talk about how nice a person he was, how selfless he was, which is something that we don't have enough of here nowadays. The guy was an absolute stud on the baseball diamond. 100% in Cy Young contention. One of the best pitchers. He had an amazingly low ERA, AB, all that noise. He was a very good player, and it's sad because as young as he was not near his prime yet. Yes, the sport of baseball lost a great player, but moreover, the world lost a very, very good young man, and that's exactly what he was, a young man. Like I said, our thoughts and prayers out to him and his family. Jose Fernandez, you will be missed, sir. In the era of the selfish football players, like as much as I like him, and Odell Beckham, who loves to make the show about himself, your Ocho Cincos, so on and so forth. He gave zero fucks about what he was doing and cared a lot more about what he could do for other people.
Good little part of the story. The first game yesterday, because the day that he died, they went ahead and canceled that game. They started up again yesterday. In that game, the Marlins with a victory, and they all wore Fernandez's number 16 jersey. All players wore number 16 with the name Fernandez on the back, and won the game. T. Gordon with a huge home run, walk-off, tears streaming down his face as he ran the bases, and just a good little exclamation point on everything. Today, the Marlins announced that they do plan to retire Fernandez's number 16, as well they should.
Yes.
And props to the company that provided the jerseys, because from my understanding, they were from out of state. They opened up early, ran the production, and then, if I'm not mistaken, the owner or CEO of that particular company flew the jerseys down to Florida and delivered them in time for that game.
I did not know
just because he was such a good guy.
Do you know the name of that company out of curiosity?
I was mentioned. I can't think of it off the top of my head. If anything, we'll look for it and mention it maybe later on.
Yeah, that's a very good thing to do. Like I said, man, you will be missed, and like I said, the world. We lost a great baseball player, but moreover, we lost a great human being. You gone but not forgotten is the best way to go about that. Yep. Going back into this football thing, I know it's a little difficult to transition out of that, but we got to do our best to do this.
Watch me,
especially on a football podcast. But there's a lot of crazy kind of shit going on in the NFL right now. We have our certain divisions where it very much is business as usual. Good Lord, RT looks so weird without his facial hair.
What up, faggots?
What's up, RT?
Patriots suck a dick.
RT3 is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's gonna be chilling, having a good time. As far as the divisions go, like I said, we have something that's very much business as usual. That would be the AFC East, where the Patriots are 3-0.
Yeah, baby.
With
fucking Saints defense suck dick, man.
We're not even there yet.
I'm so
see, that's why you have to go stand outside.
I was so disappointed.
I mean, yeah, they did, but anyway. 3-0 Patriots, the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins all following at 1-2.
Okay.
That's business as usual.
Did anybody expect the Patriots to be 3-0 at this point? I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
No, sir, not at all.
And in all honesty, I'm the Patriots fan. Been for many years. I honestly thought, okay, without Brady, they're gonna go maybe 2-2, if anything 3-1. But now they have a real, solid chance to go, 4-0 without Brady.
They're playing okay, we'll get to that pick later.
Okay. Garoppolo played well. They put in Jacoby Brissett, and he goes in there and just... I'm not going to say he murdered. He did not dominate. I think he threw for like 103 yards. However,
he managed
the game
Yeah.
enough. He didn't lose the game, basically. He didn't lose it. Yeah. He was able to keep it in contention to have them win, which is what you want out of your third-string quarterback. Now... He goes down with the injury, the sprained sprained thumb? Yeah, sprained thumb. Some of the ligaments are a little bit messed up. He took practice today.
Yeah,
he took reps today.
He took reps.
Now it's going to be a game time decision between him and Danny, and not that Danny. What's the one I'm thinking of? Julian Edelman. Yeah, Julian Edelman. You know what? I don't really give a fuck who they start. They could start Edelman. They could start, I don't know, whatever.
I think at this point they could start Bobby Boucher and they'll still be all right.
They could start a punter, whatever, and they're gonna win that football game. I don't know what the hell kind of sorcery Bill Belichick is doing over there in the East, but what the fuck?
Hold up, that's brilliant wordplay on JR's part. They're starting Bobby Boucher. That's the water boy. They could start the water boy. That's brilliant wordplay.
Now, what I'm just going to tease something for a later segment.
Ooh.
Now, and the Patriots now have a history of it. Brady goes down, Matt Castle comes in. Brady goes down, Brady's suspended, Garoppolo comes in. Then Garoppolo goes down, Brissett comes in. Brissett goes down, now we're talking about Edelman. Can there be a case made for Tom Brady's system quarterback?
There will be, and we're going to have a great discussion about that.
We're going to have that because I got some stuff on that.
However,
in the radio and podcast game, we call that a tease. Yes. We're going to go ahead and shelve that one for later. We'll put a pin in that one and continue talking about the weirdness that's going on with the divisions.
Yes, exactly.
Let's move down. Like I said, it's been and that I call that division business as usual because while the Patriots being 3-0 is weird, I thought by this point they would be 1-2. I thought the Texans and the Cardinals were going to have their way with that offense.
I agree. I thought the Cardinals. That was my main fear. Mm-hmm. I figured that the Cardinals. I was thinking, okay, they're gonna get blown out. The Texans, I thought, okay, it's gonna be a closer game, but at some point, somebody forgot to show up that day, and stuff went the way it went.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the who?
Texans.
The Texans.
Oh, everyone forgot to show up that day.
Well,
jeez, it was a mess.
To be fair, though, J.J. Watt did get hurt in that game, didn't he?
That's what I was about to look up right now.
He's out for an undisclosed amount of time after re-injuring his back.
Thank God.
For those of you that don't follow football as closely as, say, the rest of us, that's a big fucking deal because J.J. Watt shows up to games no matter what. You have to practically hand him one of his legs and be like, this fell off of you. You can't play.
Yeah.
Because he'll show up anyway. I mean, he did that all last year. He had nagging injuries up until that playoff game where I believe he tore his groin.
You could basically hand him one of his legs and be like, that fell off, and he wouldn't notice because of the steroids. I'm just throwing it out there. Just saying it.
No, J.J. Watt wouldn't. He's not that.
He
guy.
would never. He doesn't hang out with Brian Cushing at
all.
What
are you talking about?
That's when you have to say that George's just got hurt right in his Titan tushy. Is all I'm saying.
He's prepping for next week's game, and at that point, you know what?
Yeah, no.
It's going to happen.
Okay, now this is where the weirdness starts to happen because the next division is actually full of hitters, unlike the Patriots division. Don't you fucking laugh. That's completely true.
That's what it,
That's
I'm just saying this. It is.
This division is the AFC North with the Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, and then you have your low-hanging fruit, your Browns. Who in the blue hell would have thought that going into Week 4, the Ravens would be at the top of that
Ravens were an
division?
afterthought. After Joe Flacco won that Super Bowl, so much was expected of him, and then for him to shit the bed completely the next couple of seasons, an anomaly, and the Ravens were an afterthought. You sat there and going, Ravens, whatever, they're fucking done. The Steelers are going to run away with this division. The Bengals, yes, they don't win in the postseason, but Andy Dalton and that offense, the Bengals and Steelers, it's their division to take. 3 weeks in. The Ravens are sitting pretty.
They're sitting pretty. But here's something I do have to bring up. Because I like the Bengals. I do. I really do. And I hate that.
I do too.
I hate that additive that people say when they say they can't win in the postseason. The
reason
they don't win in the postseason is because of that division. That division is hard. That division is one of those divisions where you're constantly going to be circulating players because of injuries, because the Steelers, the Ravens, and the Bengals all hit.
They're hard. They're hard hitting teams.
Yeah, those are proud.
There's no way you can't keep anybody healthy.
Those are proud defenses that take pride in stuffing the run, stuffing a receiver, and that's hard. Yes, please.
There is something to be said about division play, and yes, that is a hard division. Those and you're playing your division teams twice each year, and they take. Yeah, you know what? I will agree with that. They take so much out of each other during the regular season that come postseason, it's hard for them to heal up. They're a lot more battle scarred. They're a lot more dinged up and injured than, say, a team from the AFC South.
Yeah.
You know, it's
or even the East, where the fucking Patriots.
Yes,
are
no,
from.
the Patriots can sit there and coast and get healthy and ride into the playoffs on a fucking wave and roll it through. Whereas the Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, and you know what? As much of a fucking doormat as the Browns are, they give up good games. If they're in a division if it's a division game, they play hard, and it takes a toll out of the other top three teams. And so those teams from that division, they walk into the postseason, they're limping. They got bandages like they were in a fucking Battle of Saratoga, Revolutionary War, yeah. And the Patriots kind of waltz in there. The Patriots will always wrap up the division by week 11, and then they've got 6 weeks to fucking heal.
Yeah, the AFC North reminds me a lot of the NFC West. Because while we get to make fun of the Rams because they don't win all that often, and we get to make fun of the Niners because we don't win all that often, or they don't win all that often. But between the Rams, the Seahawks, and shit, actually all four teams, when those four teams play each other, those boys go to hurt you. And something has to be said when Seattle a week ago could not put up a touchdown against the LA Rams, and they lit the Niners up.
That sounds so weird saying LA Rams.
It's the LA Rams, man.
The LA Rams.
But that division, it's led up by the Ravens at 3-0. And then we've got the Steelers at 2-1. We got the Bengals at 1-2, and the Browns right where they need to be at 0-3.
And in all honesty,
I said it last week. I said it week one. The Browns are a fucking dumpster fire. They have no idea what's going on at quarterback.
Yeah.
Cody Kessler starting this coming week. It's a mess. The Browns are a fucking shit show.
And my thing is, I was not expecting the Steelers to do as bad as they did. I figured, they're going up against Eagles, rookie quarterback.
I'm totally on board.
And
the Carson Wentz fucking bandwagon.
Yeah, it's like, what happened? I'm not totally on that bandwagon because, if a team preps right, then you have a chance.
Yeah.
And apparently the Eagles, they prepped right. They did what they needed to do. They came up with the schemes, the plays that worked for Wentz. But, the Steelers being such a veteran team with, so much behind them, what happened?
Why didn't that defense prep for Carson Wentz?
Exactly. What
is there just not is there not enough film on Wentz, or what is the situation?
That's exactly it. It's the same reason why, in my opinion, why RG3 saw so much success when he first started. Why Colin Kaepernick saw so much success when he first started. Why Tony Romo saw so much success his first year starting. It's hard to prep for someone when you've got a couple of weeks to go on. The NFL is all about its anomalies. You end up with your weird situations where someone gets hot, lights up, and just starts kicking ass. And let's be real, we have 2 games of Wentz. That's it.
Yeah, and the thing is, the great thing, as far as the great thing that the NFL
3 weeks,
does,
is
they adapt quick.
Mm-hmm.
Will Wentz have that same type of game this coming week? I don't know. I mean, because they're
the Eagles. We'll get down with the picks in a little bit.
I don't think they played this week.
The Eagles, the Deagles. Let me see here.
I think this is their bye week.
It's a possibility. This is where we're gonna vamp and just talk about random bullshit. And no, I don't see them. Okay.
Okay, let's talk about that game real quick. Eagles Steelers 34-3.
Okay,
yes.
let me jump in here, and this is something that I was thinking about on the flight back from Orlando. I think one of the reasons why Wentz did so well is if you're a veteran quarterback and you get to play, you've gotten to play against the Steelers multiple times. The Steelers are a franchise that's shrouded in mystique. They've got an aura about them. They're legendary. Your quarterbacks are afraid of going into Pittsburgh. They're afraid of Pittsburgh coming into their home. Wentz has never had to experience that.
Yeah.
He had nothing to fear, and he played exactly that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, us as comedians, whenever we go into a new venue, you don't know what to expect. You go in with a plan, it's like, hey, either I do good or I don't. And that thing, he had no reservations. He had no expectations. Like, okay, everybody thinks I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to lay a goose egg. Mm-hmm. And apparently he didn't. Yeah, he played up. He played up. He took care of business.
Yep. It hurts to say because we could have drafted him and it would have been amazing. Instead, we got Jared Jerf or whatever his name is. Goff, I'm sorry. I call him Jerf because he fucking jerk. Anyway, Wentz, that kid might just be the truth. He just might be the truth. Yeah. If he is, that's great. I'd like to see Philly finally make some noise in the postseason without Donovan McNabb.
No. Me being the stat guy, let me just read you this real quick. Carson Wentz, 23 of 31, 301 yards. He averaged 9.7, 2 touchdowns. The big stat, no interceptions, and he was not touched. No sacks on Carson Wentz.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, he's got 125.9 passer rating.
Jeez. Okay, and to that point, he has that up till now. Okay, but what happens when the line, his O-line, doesn't play up to where they can protect him, and he starts taking a few hits? That's when you know what he's really made of. That's when you know the metal.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. I mean, are the Steelers known for pass rushing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they get to him?
Apparently, that offensive line is a strength. And I'm reading this right now. Philadelphia. 30 rushes, 125 yards. So they're not only protecting the pass, they're protecting the run. Philly, going into the season, had the worst receiving core in football. And these guys are putting up numbers, 23 catches, 301 yards. These guys were, longs of 73, 24. These guys are scoring points at everyone. Darren Sproles, 6 catches. Brent Selleck, 3 catches. Dorial Green-Beckham, 3 catches. Nelson Aguilar with another 3. Huff with 4. Jordan Matthews, 2. Burton, 2. He's spreading the ball out. He is hitting everybody, which tells me he's got a lot of time to sit there in the pocket and find the open guy.
You see that many receptions, that many receivers, that's his one thing. Comfort. Yeah. He's very comfortable back there.
Okay, and that being said, yes, that could be a thing, and I don't think they're playing this coming week, but that gives their next team 2 weeks of prep time. Mm-hmm. And don't you think that they're going to try to dissect that, and then they're going to throw out packages at him that are going to be different, they're unexpected, and that's when his next game is when we'll actually see, okay, what he's made of.
I don't think it'll be in the next couple of weeks. I think in his next 4 games is where we're going to really start to see where he lands in the spectrum of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to go down the list, but since we're talking about the Eagles, let's talk about that NFC East. With the Eagles sitting pretty at 3-0, the Giants at 2-1, looking kind of malign, but that's beside the point. The Cowboys at 2-1 with big Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
And finally bringing in the rears, the Redskins at 1-2. And the reason I say the Giants are a little malign is, for some reason, the Giants have become allergic to the football.
And, well, maybe, but the Giants, as of late, maybe let's say the last 2 years, they never start off the season great to begin with, but they're great finishers.
That's a good point.
They're great finishers. Honestly, I'll give it to them. Yeah, they screwed us out of a Super Bowl,
twice.
But twice, whatever it is, they don't start the season off great, but within the middle of the season, and then by the end of the season, they start hitting on all cylinders. They just do. As long as they're not hit by the injury bug, they're contenders. Well, they're contenders. They might not start pretty, but they finish pretty-ish.
Yeah, and with the injury bug, I believe it just came down. Shane Vereen, their running back, is out for the year.
Yeah,
with forearm injury, I think it was.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. The Giants, they never start smooth.
No.
But to give up 2-3 fumbles last week with the interception, I think, and then Eli Manning throws another 2 or 3 interceptions this week, something's got to change. They've got to change something real quick.
Yeah. Historically, the Giants do not go. They do not play well until someone's about to get fired. When someone's about to lose their job, the Giants turn that shit up. As long as ownership stays quiet about any coaching changes or positional changes, the Giants are going to continue to be mediocre and stagnant. The minute they get that vote of confidence, the minute the owner comes out and does a press conference and goes, no, he's our coach, we're sticking with him, and that's when it's like, oh fuck, I'm about to be fired, guys. Let's turn this shit up. Yeah. That's historically the way the Giants work.
Coughlin.
Yeah, Coughlin already fired. He's like, it's a new guy.
Yeah.
So he's got to prove himself.
And the Giants have this weird thing going about them where they either don't make the playoffs in spectacular fashion, or they fuck shit up and win the Super Bowl. They don't do playoff losses.
Yeah, they don't do playoff losses. If they're in, they're winning the Super Bowl.
I still honestly think that that guy had a piece of gum on his helmet, and David Tyree had a piece of gum on his helmet, and that helped him catch that ball. I don't know.
You know what happened was it was a lack of talent on Rodney Harrison's part. Fuck him, I hate him so much. That son of a bitch.
He just got beat. Honestly, he just got beat. He got beat.
That's just it though. And that play let's talk about that play real quick. That amazing catch. He didn't get beat. That was beautiful coverage. He was on that boy like a fly on shit. Yeah. He was all over him. David Tyree just caught something. He was
all over him, and apparently, a few millimeters of the hand being put somewhere else.
Jesus, that sounds dirty.
He still got beat.
Yeah.
It all boils down to, hey, if he didn't get beat, he would have knocked that ball out. Yep. If he got beat, the ball got caught, and that's all that happened. He got caught, the ball got caught, and that was it. Hey, props to him. Hey, my heart got broken right there, and I was like, oh my god, and it was what it was. Props to them. They played up that Sunday. They took out the team that they needed to. That's all them.
And that leads to an interesting point that I have with the Giants. When the Giants won those 2 Super Bowls against the Patriots, what was the big thing going in for the Giants? Defense.
Yeah.
They were stuffing the run. They were pressing those the receivers with those cornerbacks. They were playing hard cover 2s where you give your cornerback just enough of a cushion to really lay a shellacking on a receiver. What do they do this year? That defense looks fucking scary. Janoris Jenkins and Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie have been playing amazing. Olivier Smith has been playing amazing. Jason Pierre-Paul has been playing amazing. Even with his little hamburger helper hand, he is amazing.
Well, and I think, this is just my opinion, and I think every NFL team goes through their cycle, so to speak. Where
menstrual cycle.
Menstrual cycle, whatever it is. I mean, they go in through a cycle of like their defense is strong, and then at some point the defense isn't as strong, but the offense is as strong. And I think, when the Patriots won their first Super Bowl, their defense was stout. They had smart people, and they went into that game to where like, okay, we're gonna hit people, and they hit people. They did, and then as of recent, the Patriots, they're still a contending team because they always are. The system is great. They do what they need to do, but the defense isn't as stout as they were back then. So that's where they're relying more on finesse. But then you have other teams that were finesse before, and they lost, and their defense is coming back, and then that's what's keeping them in the games or winning the games. So I see it as a big cycle. Lion King Han Yuenya right there. You do it, and everybody goes through those same cycles. Nobody can stay up at the peak, at the pinnacle all the time. But they can kind of stay up there, based on how they bring on personnel.
Real quick, it's looking like J.J. Watt is going to be out for about 2 months. and that's a long time in the NFL. And George just gave a hallelujah for that one.
So
Yeah,
that pretty much means that the Colts are going to take that division.
It's not going to be the Titans. Anyways,
that's a bad division with a lot of bad teams. Is what I'm
I
saying.
just said that because I just wanted to piss you off.
The reason I bring that up is because the Titans also just signed Antonio Smith, who played in Houston between 2009 and 2013. So, the fact that they had to re-sign someone means they know he's going to be out for a good number of games. Going back in with these divisions, let's go back to the AFC. Going to the AFC South, we're looking at the Texans, who at 2-1, Titans 1-2, Colts 1-2, Jaguars at 0-3, laying the giant goose egg. Thank you very much, you fuckers.
You were on the fucking Jags bandwagon.
You know what, dude? I still think the Jaguars can make noise. They look so disheveled, though. But when they're in a game, those sons of bitches are in that game.
The thing about the AFC South is that it's 4 bad teams. Even the Colts are a beatable team. They're not protecting Andrew Luck. He's taking hits. Yeah, that is a toss-up. Anyone can run away with that division at any point. You could see the Jaguars catch fire and win that division. It could happen. That is a division that is just as wacky as this entire football season right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. I honestly, going into the season, I thought the Colts were going to come back up. I know they had a bad season last year, but Andrew Luck was hurting. I didn't realize that the offensive line was just going to be one of those, I call them the Pillsbury Doughboy type offenses, where you poke them, they tickle and fall over, and then, there you go and hit the quarterback. Running game has been almost non-existent.
I thought they were bullfighters. Ole, run right through there. Fuck.
And in all honesty, in that division now, with what you said about J.J. Watt, you know what? The defense isn't going to be as stout as you would think, but I mean they still have a decent offense. I'll give that to them, but I honestly think it's going to come down to the Colts and the Titans.
Make no mistakes.
The Titans have
even
running game and ground game and an air game.
Yeah, make no mistakes though. Even with J.J. Watt out of that defense, even with the Antonio Smith additive, they still have Vince Wilfork on that line.
Who has underperformed this year.
He did play really good a couple weeks ago though.
Now here's the thing about the Texans defense is that they cannot stay as a unit. Health has been an issue.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not Clowney going down.
Hard hitters. Mm-hmm.
If Clowney's not going down, it's Cushing going down. If it's not him, it's Watt going down.
Yeah.
They can't keep a healthy 11 on the field, and that's where their downfall is. Their offense, as good as they've played, it's not strong enough to win games. You need to rely on that defense to keep you in a position to do that. Now, it's hard to do that because the Texans basically have zero depth. We saw it when they signed Antonio Smith. Oh, shit, this guy went down. We got to bring someone in because our backup eats shit. So the second you take out a Cushing or you take out a Watt or you take out a Clowney, you have a huge hole in that part of the field. And offenses, all they need to scheme is, that hole, aim at that hole, the end. That's how you beat the Texans.
Yeah. As far as who's going to end up in that division, I do think the Colts will take it. Just because the Colts, when they do play in the division, they play real hard. They play real stiff football. And I think they have the best chance of all the teams in that division to win outside of their division.
I will agree with that, all the teams in that division struggle. All the teams, and it's one of those division things where if the Jaguars play the Colts, if the Titans play the Texans, those are hard-fought games. They're division games, as they always are. And those games are not without casualties.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
When those games happen, people are going to end up on the bench with injuries, legs in the air, elevation, put some ice on those knees. It's going to happen. I'm going to say now, however, don't discount my Titans. The offense, the running game, crushing it. DeMarco Murray, the first 100-yard rushing game for a Titans running back since Chris Johnson did it in 2013. This whole idea of the exotic smash mouth is working. Derrick Henry put up some good numbers this past week. DeMarco Murray putting up, and DeMarco Murray is gashing, and that is. And Cowboy fans, and we talked about it before. Cowboy fans were like, "Oh no, DeMarco Murray, he sucks." No. When he was in Philly, it was a scheme. With Tennessee, he doesn't have to make reads. He doesn't have to make judgment calls. No, it's just there's the hole, run through it, the end, and he's showing success with it.
Yeah.
However, let's not bullshit here. DeMarco Murray is not a great running back. DeMarco Murray is not a back that's going to run without an offensive line. He needs an offensive line to run. He is not, say, a Todd Gurley who doesn't need an offensive line to run. Or
he's not a Barry Sanders.
He's no Barry Sanders, none whatsoever. But granted, you give that boy a hole,
Yes.
and that's what they call him in the league is a downhill runner. That way, when he catches a hole and he starts running, it's like he's running downhill. Stopping that guy, hard as hell. He reminds me of a much less physical Brandon Jacobs from the Giants, because Brandon Jacobs didn't need the O-line. If he hit a hole, even if it was a minuscule hole, he'd put a hit to you because he would put a hit to you.
Yeah.
We saw that in the Super Bowl with the Patriots when Brandon Merriweather tried to stop him at the line, Brandon Jacobs was just like,
he just ran over him. He was like, you're gonna try this? Oh, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, he was like, oh no, look, a mosquito on my windshield. Pushed him back 5 yards and picked up a 7-yard run. T. Murray is not one of those.
I will trust DeMarco Murray to run through a hole, or in the occasional case, make a hole. What makes me nervous about DeMarco Murray goes all the way back to the same concerns he had in Dallas, protecting the football.
Yeah.
He runs with a very loose style, even though his body does seem to get compact and run through holes with aggression, and he'll take hits. And I've seen him run over guys. However, he runs with the ball too far away from his body, and ball security has been an issue for him since he was in Dallas 3 years ago.
Yeah,
it's kind of like he has to do that thing from Necessary Roughness, and people are swatting the ball, 24/7 out of his hand.
And what's funny,
teach him.
That's a super fundamental drill.
Yeah,
I don't know why nobody has ever gone into that with him. But
it's because no one bothered to fucking draft Scott Bakula again. Mano the slender, like, come on, bring it up.
All right, let's leave the AFC South alone for a second. AFC South and the Colts are from Indianapolis. Sure.
But there's no other geographic location that's close to the South.
True, but the Rams are in St. Louis and they were in the West, so we'll let that go. The AFC.
It sounds like if whoever drew up that map is like, yeah, let's put him
Well,
here.
no, because before that, before realignment, the Atlanta Falcons were in the NFC West.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, that's right.
So were the Saints.
It's like they're throwing a dart at a dartboard. Screw it, let's put them over here. Okay, that'll work.
Do you want them there? No. Throw it left-handed. Fuck it, dude.
Yeah,
there you go.
Just do it. Yeah. Hey, let's blindfold you. Just hit something.
The next division we have is the AFC West, where the Broncos, business as usual, sitting at 3-0. The Chiefs are in second at 2-1. Raiders tying them up with a 2-1. The Chargers at 1-2. That division scares me from 2 down because I did not picture. I still can't picture the Chargers as a last place team. The Raiders have come up. The Raiders are on a big uptick. I'll give you that. I did not foresee them at a quarter of the season in sitting pretty in the third place above the Chargers. I honestly thought that the Raiders were going to be a number 3 team, exactly where they're at, but with the Chargers at 2 and the Chiefs in last place, because I still think the Chiefs are one of the most overrated teams that I have ever seen in my life.
Alex Smith is one of the most overrated quarterbacks. I don't buy it. I'm not on the bandwagon. My brother's a fucking idiot. I don't know what the Kool-Aid he was fucking drinking. Chuck, you're a moron. Alex Smith is not a good quarterback.
If Alex Smith is not one of the most overrated, he is the most overrated.
It's kind of like saying, hey, even the sun shines on a dog's ass someday.
Even the sun shines on Alex Smith someday.
Yeah, it doesn't. Hey, it's God. You know what? Sometimes there's no rhyme, there's no reason. It just happens. You never know. You're out there. You plan. You do all these schemes.
Sunday again.
No, I'm not saying any given Sunday. It's like, hey, you go out there. You're having fun, and boom, you get struck by lightning. Dude, you're done.
It happens.
It happens.
But yeah, the Broncos sitting at number 1. Every one of us expected that.
That defense is too damn good.
What's funny is that's one of my.
Wait, hold on. I wish we could replay clips from last week to hear this guy riffing about double teaming Von Miller, and I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's true. You just got to double team Von Miller. Who has successfully done that? The closest that we've seen to that was week 1 when the Panthers were chipping him, because that's all you can really do to Von. You can't double team him. You can't give that to a linebacker. You leave the defensive front that.
Now Simeon played well again. He's riding that defense. And
Simeon.
Simeon.
Okay.
Wrong. Seaman.
All right. So Seaman played well, and I don't know. Like they're getting a good taste of him.
Seaman.
He must have had his fruit.
No, he's playing well, but he's riding that defense. Defense is winning that ball game for them, and he fell into
Tim Tebow to come back.
He fell into the perfect situation, and right now the Broncos look like geniuses for going with him and cutting Mark Sanchez's ass.
Yeah, I still think Mark Sanchez could make some noise. Granted, I still think Tim Tebow could make some noise, but just because I think it's complete bullshit, and this is just on a personal opinion, how the league and people in general were so quick to write off Tim Tebow for being a good kid, and wanted to give Manziel 73 chances for being a cokehead.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's like you know this. I mean, yeah, I can understand. It's like priority, guys. It's like, oh my god. It's like, yeah, you know what? Don't give it to the big G upstairs, but you give it to some numbnuts that's like just destroying his shit.
This is the closest.
It's like wow.
The closest I'll ever get to doing anything political on this show. For some reason, people in general have such a huge problem when a quarterback takes a knee. First it was Tebow, now it's Kaepernick. That's about as far as I'm going to go.
We'll leave that one alone.
I think that was a good joke.
Yeah, it was a good joke. It was a good joke.
Okay,
and if you're offended by that, screw you. Big Mac is a fucking badass comedian.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The next division, because I'm going to leave the two wackiest in my opinion, we're going to talk about the NFC South with the Falcons sitting at 1.
Who would have thought that? No, not me at all.
The Falcons at 1.
Well,
then the Bucks at 2.
Well, the thing is that the game. Okay. The Falcons have Matt Ryan.
Wait. Let me finish with this division really quick. Which is what I'm saying.
Bring it.
Falcons at 1, Bucks at 2, Panthers at 3.
Wow.
And then the Bears at 4. The Saints at 4. I'm sorry, the Saints at 4.
Okay, I wasn't anticipating the Saints as low as they were, but Matt Ryan, he can play. If he lights up, he will light up.
Okay, what I want to do for this segment real quick is I want to go to our special.
Oh, yeah, here.
I want to go to our special
take my hair.
NFC
our Saints correspondent.
Yes, our Saints correspondent. Our Saints correspondent is going to give us some information on the NFC South right now. RT, you're live in New Orleans right now. Let's go ahead. We're going to connect with RT. RT, how are you doing right now?
I am. Man, I'm pretty good right now.
Okay, let me ask you, what is going on in New Orleans there? What are you hearing out of Saints camp?
Oh, my goodness. We have a bunch of rookies on the defense. That's all I can say. A bunch of rookies on the defense, and they don't know how to watch for plays. The linebackers are not doing their job and watching the screens. Like, oh, my goodness. I mean, we had to pick it up. The offense had to pick it up, of course,
I know of one linebacker doing real work in New Orleans. Number 53. James Laurinaitis.
Oh, yeah.
That boy's doing real work with you.
Yeah, he is.
But, damn. What's up with your division, man? How the fuck are the Panthers at 3?
I don't know.
That is the biggest toss-up of a division I've ever seen.
They're a really good team. Like they are. Don't get me wrong. I don't like the Panthers, but the Panthers are a really good team. They were almost there last year. They're good. Not like that. Cam Newton's like, oh, I shot the sheriff. You know what I mean? Well, no. You know what I mean? But
I've never been more shocked. Granted, we're a quarter of the way through, but the Panthers in third place of their division.
I did not see that coming. They could not handle Minnesota.
Wow.
Minnesota might be the story of the year. What is going on? They have zero. They have just as many quarterbacks as the Browns do, and the Minnesota has not been able to do a no. Cleveland has been able to do a goddamn thing. Minnesota riding high. Apparently, Sam Bradford is the answer. Okay. So the Panthers haven't done anything, and the division is completely wacky. But the Saints sitting at 0-3. What?
Oh man,
How do you fix the NFC South?
you'd blow it up. That's what you do.
Defense. We need-
I mean, honestly, I didn't anticipate that from the Saints. I mean, they've got Drew Brees. They have a decent receiving core.
They have a very good receiving.
Yeah,
They were the only ones keeping it alive. I mean, we were
and
scoring. They had to
So we
score.
can say it's defense. Maybe
The
not.
defense needs to be fixed.
Okay.
Like I
So
mean, that's really all it was because that's what the defense happened. Like
So,
the
I mean,
fumble and then the interception and then the other interception, but it wasn't an interception. It was like, oh my god! Like,
So could that tag back to what I said previous that everybody goes through cycles where defense is either up or down, and maybe this might be their down
well,
cycle?
I mean, it's we have a bunch of new guys on the defense there, and they're just they're excited to play the game, but they're not playing the game. You know what I mean?
They're like that Chihuahua that is just like barking and but can't really do anything yet.
Yeah, I mean they can. They just need to take their heads out of their asses. Like,
Yeah.
like I mean, you know what? But you know what? I'm done. I'm like I already witnessed a horrible game. Okay, so I want to
It wasn't a bad game.
but it was a good game. I mean, because the offense had to keep them up. If the defense would have held them back, we wouldn't have had to be in that situation.
Would you?
And
didn't have to.
All of us have gone through that
Oh yeah.
with all of our teams.
Oh yeah.
Would you compare the Colts this year to the Saints this year to the Colts that had Peyton Manning, where they had no real defense?
Yeah.
And Manning had to put up 45 points a game to win. Is that what you would compare them to?
Yes, I would.
Interesting.
I really would.
All right, well, for that info right there, that was our NFC South correspondent, New Orleans Saints correspondent, RT3.
RT3, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen.
you. Enjoy your night, morning, evening, brunch, whatever the fuck.
He sounds so defeated right now.
Dude, it's I'm gonna leave.
You're done. Get the hell out of my seat. Get out
We
here.
we coming back, you know. Oh my god, no.
I'm a Rams fan.
Go
I know you're
console
paid.
Drew Brees. Get out of my seat.
Just saying. I didn't win one of these games.
You will.
You see,
You will at least win one game.
We have to, like.
And if you don't, you get the first pick.
Okay,
You know, so
okay.
it's a win-win.
y'all aren't the
Lose.
Lions. Y'all are gonna
Hey.
win a game.
Oh my
But,
God! What's his name? Who was it? Jones or something? The receiver from the Lions is just like lit up.
Oh yeah.
Fantasy, like he lit it up with like 35 points. This boy just like blew up.
Yeah, but real quick with the success that we're seeing the Saints not have and the Panthers not have. No offense. Maybe we're starting to see something. Well, we were talking about cyclicalness and how things go in cycles with the NFL. Maybe this isn't the passers league that everyone keeps saying they are, because every year it seems that the best defense is able to win the Super Bowl. And we've been saying for years that it's a passers league. Oh, you can't touch the receiver. Oh, you got to baby a quarterback.
Yeah.
Yet the best defense
It's
is
a passers
consistently
league, but
winning.
Defenses will adapt.
Yeah.
Defenses will adapt and play within the rules. It may take a couple of years because you'll see a rule change and the offenses just light it up. And defenses will adapt, and once they figure it out, you'll see those offensive numbers dip. You'll see an increase in turnovers. And as the old saying goes, and yes, we've been saying for years, it's a passers league. But since football started, you've heard offense wins games, defense wins championships. Exactly.
Hands down, 100%. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, so I find that kind of funny how it's always a passers league, but the defenses are the ones that really win out for you. But now moving on to the next division, I'm gonna bring up my team's division, the NFC West, where the fucking Hell-A Rams are sitting in first place at 2-1.
Well,
Above
and
the Seahawks at 2-1, the Niners at 1-2, and the Cardinals. Cardinals at 1-2.
The Cardinals just what happened? Yeah, they went out bird watching at some point.
Is Patrick Peterson not as good as we initially thought? Because he's gotten burned these last couple of games.
Is that the narrative, or is Carson Palmer over the hill? Because, speaking personally, to reveal TMI, right? I've got Carson Palmer on my fantasy team, and he did great for me last year. I bring him back, and this week, -2 points on fantasy. Wow. Jesus, he did not get shit. And I was figuring he's going to turn it up at some time. He's Carson Palmer. Of course, he's gonna get it going. Never got it going. Who knows what's going on with the offense in Arizona?
It may not be that he's past his prime. It just may be that the team that he was going up against planned accordingly. They know his tendencies. They know what he does. They know the situationals that they can plan against.
JR, they played the Bills.
Hey, Rob Ryan, Rex Ryan, at some point,
They played
the
Bills.
dog
They played
gets that sunshine.
Carson
in his ass.
Palmer aired it out. 26 of 50. Just a hair over 50% completions. Yes, he got 287 yards because he threw it 50 fucking times. 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for Carson Palmer against the Bills defense that could not handle shit week 2.
That's putting it mildly.
Hey, well, from week 2 to week 3, wasn't there a point to where on the Bills coaching staff, someone got the fuck
The
fired?
offensive coordinator.
Yes.
Nothing.
No.
They should have fired that
They should have fired the defensive coordinator. But
Yes.
so then can't you make an argument to where like someone got fired and it's like, oh shit, I gotta play up. I gotta get my guys to play up.
Hey.
And they did what they had to. Can't you argue that?
I mean, yeah, to an extent.
Somebody
but,
was fighting for a job at that point.
yeah, but I mean, you're looking at a team like Arizona. Arizona is a consistently.
I don't know how much of that is the Bills' defense stepping up and how much of it was Arizona's offense just shitting the bed.
Yeah, because Arizona is consistently one of the best teams in the NFL. They're not one of these teams that starts slow and then picks up or starts quick and then slows down. They're at a constant 9. And it's just from week 1 to week 16, that team is on fire. And it started, we really got to see it last year with the resurgence of Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald is 111 years old. And that man is beating the shit out of people with his 4-point cane, getting touchdowns like it's no big thing. He is jumping like his knees are 32 again. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm shocked as shit that they're in last place below the Niners.
And anyone for as much crap that we're giving them, there's still plenty of season left.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh no, there's plenty.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna right the ship.
They might have tripped over on that first hurdle, but if they are the team that you say they are and the team that we're used to seeing, they're gonna bounce back. If they don't, that's where it's like, what happened?
And speaking with righting the ship, it's looking like the Seahawks might have righted theirs, lighting them poor Niners up.
Yes.
Which personally scares the shit out of me because
that's what you get for kneeling on the national anthem.
Yeah, Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't playing, but
I don't care.
But I mean,
cut your throat, bro.
You have the Seahawks who can't put up a touchdown against the LA Rams, and then suddenly put up 30 plus against the Niners. And at the same time, going back to the Cardinals they couldn't put up shit against the Bills, and now they're playing the Rams this coming week. And let's be serious right now. That Rams defense these past 2 weeks,
it's stout, it's solid, and that's why they're on my fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Donald.
Let's go back to real quick. Seattle. I think they might have righted the ship. I think because the Seahawks are a notoriously slow starter as well as we talked about the Giants. They're a slow starter. It takes them a while to get on track. It looks like Russell Wilson was playing better. Doug Baldwin, though, 8 receptions, 164 yards, and a touchdown. Mm-hmm. He put up some serious numbers, and he put up some serious fantasy points.
And I think to Seattle's credit is they're a slow starter because during their offseason, they play so goddamn hard against each other. Mm-hmm. They hurt themselves to where they're recovering that first part of the season. And then they're okay, guys, we can't hit each other that hard. Hit the other guy that hard. Yeah. We get it. And then they go from there on.
That's very true, but that's indicative of every team in the West. Every team, Aaron Donald and the Rams consistently fight each other in training camp.
Yeah.
The Niners consistently fight whoever's left in the Niners camp because they keep cutting people. The Cardinals are consistently kicking the shit out of each other in training camp. The Seahawks are no goddamn different. They come in to the regular season banged up every year.
Yeah.
And we're very much the same. But and I'm going to talk about my Rams because I love my Rams.
Hey, I'll talk about Pats. You talk about the Rams.
It scared the shit out of me how we had scored a total of 9 points in 2 weeks of football. And opening drive, Case Keenum gets a little decent pass, a shitty run by Todd Gurley, and a 57-yard fucking bomb to Brandon Quick out of goddamn nowhere. I got to see that live. I was about 45 feet from him. That dude is huge. And one of the best parts of that whole trip was right before he threw that pass. I'm looking at this defense. I'm like, oh snap! They left the corner alone. He's got no safety up there. You're gonna attack the post. Bucks fan behind him was like, you don't know what you're talking about, and it's a touchdown attacking the post. It's like, suck a dick, Bucks fan. And man, I kept saying it. Robert Quinn needs to wake up. Last week, Robert Quinn put fucking bricks to Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
This week, a strip fumble for a touchdown and a game-ending tackle. Robert Quinn is a monster, and Robert Quinn is so fucking fast. Jameis Winston was running at me.
I thought it was like a game-ending like thunderbolt that like stopped the game.
It practically was. I was there. But Robert Quinn is so fast. I was looking at Jameis Winston, who was running towards me from where I was sitting. I didn't see Robert Quinn coming at him. I was sitting there like, he's about to run it in. He said, and splat. He hit him so fast, I was shocked. And that last play, right before they ran that last play with 4 seconds to go, the Rams brought in Aaron Donald, Michael Brockers, Robert Quinn, and Westbrooks in. And they loaded up the left side.
It sounded like they brought in Jordan, they brought in Kareem, they brought everybody else in there also.
They really did. When I say that the Rams front four and the front seven in general is one of the scariest in football, you need to wake up and listen to that. Because that front seven is going to put bricks to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a Black Lives Matter mode.
It's like a ninja man. He don't show his weakness. He bleed on the inside.
that offense. I can't even talk anymore. JR, ladies and gentlemen.
A little trading places right there. If you don't know it, you got to see it.
But that offense, it woke up. Case Keenum finally throws a couple of touchdowns. That fucking 47-yarder to Tavon Austin was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Tavon straight up just like Tweedledee his ass into the end zone because I believe it was Chris Conti was on him. And Conti spun his ass around. And Conti flew at the poor water boy.
It was like, you spin me right round, twice right round.
Yeah, and it was funny because like Tavon starts like moseying into the end zone and turns around and is like, well, I'm completely alone. Mm-hmm. And just moseyed right on in. Todd Gurley finally righted his wrongs.
Yeah,
85 yards.
There you go.
That defense has awoken. If Robert Quinn is back and is back to stay, good luck for quarterbacks because we can rush 4 and fuck you up. Case Keenum, I believe, had 300 yards or too close to 300 yards.
Yes, he did.
It was insane. If the offense can finally start matching the defensive output, that's a contender.
Yep.
I've been saying it for years. That's a contender.
Yep.
But enough about my Rams. Let's get on to the last division really quick before we move on from the craziness that is the NFC standings. The NFC North with the Vikings at 1. 3-0.
What the fuck
or as
is
I like to say,
on?
With the Vikings 3 and bro, who thought they would be there?
Exactly.
Packers at 2-1. Lions at 1-2. Bears right where they need to be at 0-3.
Yeah.
The Vikings look scary as shit. Fuck you, Sam
And that's
Bradford.
without AP.
Yeah, all day's gonna be done for what was the final word? Like 2-3 months?
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick. Sam Bradford, 18 of 28, 171 yards and a touchdown. He didn't throw any picks, but that is not a dominant performance. The rushing offense,
Excuse me.
60 yards. That's it. Which tells me this defense is playing fucking monstrous.
Yes, it is.
Griffin with 3 sacks. Smith pitched in with another one. Another one from Barr, Joseph, Robeson, Hunter. They were on Cam Newton's ass all fucking day. On the opposite side, you look at Cam Newton's stats, 21 to 35, 262, 3 interceptions. He spent just like a fucking Saturday night hooker. He spent all his night on his fucking back. That's what happened.
Yes, it's sad but true.
He got beat up. He got hit. That is how you beat the fucking Panthers and the Vikings. The Vikings defense looked scary.
Yes, it did.
They looked monstrous. And again, all Sam Bradford had to do was not lose the game, and it wasn't hard because that defense was putting up defensive scores and beating up Cam Newton. Get the fuck out of here with that Patriot shit.
No, I'm talking about the girl.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Liar.
Just a
Liar.
But, it's funny you say that's how you beat the Panthers. That's incorrect. That's how you beat any team in the NFL. You can put that
Absolutely.
You put that much pressure on a quarterback, I don't give a fuck who you are. And you know who showed that? Tom Brady in the Super Bowl against the Giants. You put pressure on that boy will fold. But that's not indicative of Tom Brady. That's indicative of any quarterback.
It doesn't matter how big you are, how strong you are, how fast you are. If you are running for your life, you are not completing passes, you are not scoring touchdowns, and defense will win that ball game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And, going back to it, that's what the Giants are playing like also. The Vikings and the Giants. And now the Rams, the way they've played the last 2 weeks, are winning that way. They're just putting their quarterbacks in a position where they don't have to lose. They don't have to win it. They don't have to lose it. And speaking of the Giants, it brings me into my next point here. Besides the Giants being allergic to the football, we got to see ODB versus Josh Norman, number 2.
I thought you were going to say we got to see ODB be allergic to a kicking net.
Oh, man, that thing fucked him up, didn't it? I've never seen someone take an L to, non-moving equipment before. How do you lose to an inanimate object?
hilarious.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, look, that wall kicked my ass. What? That doesn't happen.
Gus Farad got his ass kicked by a wall when he tried to headbutt it one time, a long time ago. But, yeah, inanimate objects are fucking players up around the league as we speak.
Hey, Automatic Grammatica killed his knee by hitting a floor.
Exactly, yeah. ODB versus the...
What was that? Hey, yo, Porky Pig, get that shit out. That's all, folks.
Son of a gun. You thought I was gonna say son of a bitch.
Yeah, I did.
He ate shit against that fucking kicking net. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Frustrations boil over. You make stupid decisions just like me on a Saturday night. Get the fuck out of here with your picks, JR.
And it's funny. He was frustrated for no fucking reason. 6 catches. I want to say it was 132 or 122 yards, something like that. Come on, that's how is that? And everyone's saying, oh, he lost his second meeting to him. How? And props to Josh Norman because he traveled. He got himself some frequent flyer miles this week. He traveled to the receiver and he got lit up. He got lit up because he's not as good as people think he is.
Yeah.
And the only reason that they had any sort of success against ODB was because they had tons of safety help on him.
Well, that and from my understanding, is the league said it's like ODB. If you get flagged again, you're the fuck out.
Yep. And actually, the center got kicked out for that.
Hell yeah.
I want to say. Yeah. I want to say it was on a slant. The center took a real cheap shot at Norman. Now you know what, dude. And I'm not even cool with that. I don't like Josh Norman, but taking a cheap shot on a guy, get the fuck out of here. There's no reason for it. You're professionals. You're being paid to do something. Don't act like a dickhead.
Exactly.
Oh, something I.
Speaking of dickheads. Is that where you're going?
It was because in week 1, the season opener, Cam Newton took a real vicious hit against the Broncos. I can't remember the name of the kid that hit him, but the boy put a hit to him. And I remember me and George were talking about it when we did the podcast at Steve-O's. We said, "Do you think they're going to find him that bad?" Because if that hit would have taken place on a Manning, on a Brady, on a Breeze, on a Romo, that boy would have been A, ejected, and B, fined up his asshole. They fined the kid $24,000. That is the most ridiculous fine I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because like Cam or not, now that George is back from the powder room, yeah, I'm calling you out, bitch.
I was pissing like a horse, all right?
You remember week 1, that hit that Cam Newton took against the Broncos that we had that discussion.
The multiple hits.
Well, the one big one that put him down that we were talking about is like if that had been on any other quarterback.
Oh, the concussion.
If it would have been Brady, yeah.
Do you remember how we said, I guarantee you that fine isn't going to hit six figures? Did you see that fine?
Yeah. What was it?
$24,000. $24,000.
Well, because he doesn't have the paycheck to back it up.
Who, Cam? Cam is one of the higher paid players.
No, the other guy.
Oh, that's beside the point.
It's like, no, they docked him $24,000 and they told him, we're gonna take your.
I got fined more for sneezing on a coworker. What the fuck, man?
Wasn't it Roby that hit him?
I think so.
If,
Yeah.
if it was Bradley Roby,
Hey,
Roby
it was
if
Bradley
it was Margot Robbie that hit me, I would
If-
gladly take that hit.
I would. Me too.
Yeah, it was like,
But that's beside the point.
Beside
If
the
it's,
point. Okay.
if it's Bradley
We digress.
Bradley Roby is not hurting for money.
is that her twin brother? Where they might have
Her
you know,
twin brother.
I don't
Bradley Roby is black.
Definitely not her twin brother.
You don't know that.
Well, hey,
But
they could be fraternal.
But anyways, going back to the ODB Josh.
What kind of
Norman
twins
thing.
are you? We're paternal twins. Like, you're the same dad? Like, what the fuck?
Going back to ODB Norman, this has to be a win for ODB. 6 catches over a buck. How?
Yeah, why not?
Mr. I'm worth $75 million on my total contract. Giving up 6 catches to this kid? Come on. Even he has ramen noodle for hair. How do you let that happen? You know what I mean?
I dated girls with the same hair, man. I'm just saying. Like,
Was,
it's not,
was her name Odell Beckham? Because I believe it.
might be.
Maybe.
And really quick,
I used to call her ODB, the old dirty bitch.
old dirty bitch. It's funny because they don't call him ODB on ESPN and stuff because of old dirty bastard.
Yeah.
They call him OBJ, which sounds dumb as shit.
OB.
It sounds like an
Jack
old
off.
blowjob. You know what I mean?
Old blowjob. Yeah.
There's old blowjob over there.
I think I dated someone by that nickname, too. What are you going out with this weekend? Old blowjob?
I may have gotten like as fucked up as like some girl that took out her teeth. It's like, what the hell?
That's a gummer.
Jesus.
Goddamn, that's an old dirty
That's
blowjob.
just a gummer.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've heard those are pretty alright though. Anyways, speaking of sports,
moving on. Let's go to what our picks. What are we doing?
Speaking of old gummers,
Screw.
You go first on your picks, then. Here we go.
No. We got one more topic to touch on.
All right,
We
hit
teased
it.
this earlier.
Hit it.
Speaking of an old gummer, is Tom Brady that good?
Is he a system quarterback?
Because there is a lot of evidence to show that Tom Brady might
Peyton Brady. Same guy.
Peyton Brady.
might just not be as good as people think he is. You
And
got
I
Matt.
mean, you're gonna have the naysayers out there. You're gonna have the haters. You're gonna have
I qualifies both of those.
whoever it is. Yes, you're gonna have whoever it is. But still, I mean, you look at Brady's work ethic. First one in, last one out. When he's doing what he needs to, he puts in the time.
Yeah, how else
You
are
know,
you going to make sure the footballs aren't deflected?
Exactly. You got to make sure they're aired up the right way. And it's like, I don't like him this way. I like him that way. Whatever it is.
How is it that every time he is out, the backup quarterback fucking crushes?
Okay.
Matt Castle gets a huge contract from Kansas
Okay.
City.
All right. Here we go. Okay.
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo kills it. He goes out. Fucking
Brissett.
Brissett comes in.
in.
He goes out.
He comes
now we're
in.
talking about.
Yes. All these guys came in and they fucking killed it. Okay. That being said, Matt Castle came in. How many years did he sit behind Brady?
2.
2 years, right?
1 or 2.
2 years?
1 or 2.
At least 2 years. Let's give it at the max. Let's say at least 2 years.
Okay.
So, can't you say that he learned off of him? He had reps. Maybe not on the field, but off the field to where he did what he needed to. He came back in. It was a turnkey offense that year, but he had 2 years to work in it.
Wes Welker and Randy Moss, I could say it was a
Okay,
turnkey offense.
it was pretty there. Okay, let's move on from that. Garoppolo,
A year.
he comes
2
in,
years.
but he had a year.
I think it was
He had 1 year. He had 1 year and plus whatever OTAs and everything else this year,
Mm-hmm.
knowing the fact that Brady's not going to be here at the beginning of the year. So, he took a majority of the snaps.
Yes, he did.
Okay, so he was prepped. That being said, Belichick and his wiseness and his coaching staffness
cheating ways.
and preparation ways, they know it's like, hey, if Garoppolo goes down, we have Brissett. There has to be a package for this guy. So knowing in the offseason, Garoppolo took the majority of the snaps, but contingency, plan C at this point, they had to put something for Brissett to where like, okay, this is his package, this is where his level of play is. We put him in, he's going to be able to manage the game, not blow out the game, not crush the game, just keep us in the hunt to win the game. Okay, so that being said, it's like they have the talent.
They do.
But they have the talent in coaching and being able to prepare for different scenarios.
But that goes more towards the evidence of Brady being a product of a system instead of being a great
Well,
quarterback.
now you can argue it's the system, but before Brady went down originally, it was him, because there was no one else but him. Bledsoe went down, and he stepped in, and he won.
Yes, he did.
And then the next year, he won, and then he's kept on winning. So you can't take that away from him, so to speak, because he's proven himself in the earlier part in his career that he stepped in, and he did what he had to do. And I mean, you can compare or not compare to Manning, but he makes changes on the line, on the fly. He knows. He goes in with a play, and it's not going to always be the play that he runs. And he'll hold it. He'll do what he needs to, and he'll dissect a defense on the field when he's on there. So you can't say that it's the system. That's his football IQ at the same time.
I'll give him that. You can't. Nobody dissects a cover two like Manning, like Brady does.
Manning does it too.
Well,
Manning.
Manning,
him and Brady are just their brains for the game.
Yeah, well, Manning's kryptonite was the cover two. Having the two cover safeties always bothered him, and that's when he threw the majority of his picks.
But to that point,
will punch you in the face.
To that point, where Manning had the vertical threat, he didn't have the under routes. Brady had the under routes. He's kind of like half and half, whether he's had vertical threats. At least my opinion, the biggest vertical threat that he had was when Moss was there.
You don't think Julian Edelman is a deep threat, or Welker, or Troy Brown, or Deion Branch?
No. They're not. They're not. One, they don't have the size. When he had Moss on there, all he does is like, I'm gonna throw it up, and he's gonna go up for it. As great of a player that Branch, Welker, and Edelman are, they're amazing players. They know what to do. He can't throw it up and let them go fight for it. He doesn't have that option with these guys. You know what? Because they're going up against a corner that is basically their size. If you're going like a Randy Moss was 6'4", 6'5", maybe.
Yeah, he was huge.
Going up against defensive backs that are like 5'10", 5'11", there's still that gap there. He can throw it up, and it's up to them to like jump at the right time and get the ball. With the under guys, with Welker doing all the under routes, or the cutting routes, the short slants and everything, that's totally a different game.
Yeah, what Welker? One thing that Brady's always had is he's always had an insane slot receiver.
Yeah,
and shouts out to Belichick with the slot receiver, because he's the one that really revitalized the position with your Welkers and your Edelmans and your Troy Brown. Troy Brown was an amazing slot.
Yeah, Troy Brown, going Iron Man, he going offense and defense
and special teams.
And the next guy starting to develop into that role, Hogan.
I don't know about that.
He's still young. Give him. When Welker was there, when I first saw Edelman, I was like, this guy, and I don't like him. But then you start seeing how he developed. He was putting the time. Same thing with Hogan. I can kind of see how he resembles Edelman when he initially started. And I think he can get there. And the difference between Edelman and Hogan is that Hogan has speed.
Why are we still talking Patriots?
No. Because he brought it up.
I'm letting him finish his point.
Okay.
It's the man of the hour, Mr. Ponchi.
Ponchi Herrera.
Shit. Hey, y'all talking about the Patriots against the Texans?
Well,
that was a killer
we
deal.
talked about that fiasco already. I'm sorry, but the reason that I'm letting JR get his piece out here is because
You need to fill time?
I will take the Texans. Well, yeah, one, I needed to fill time, but two, I just wanted to make sure that we wouldn't have another one of those any given Sunday kind of moments.
Oh God, no. He hasn't drank enough for that. No.
Because now that are you finished defending Brady?
And
I guess not.
He's a system quarterback.
Well,
if any other quarterback could come in and sit in his shoes and sit in his chair and run that offense and win ball games, I think it diminishes a little bit from what Tom Brady's done.
It's the reason that you can say
it's the system is a great system. They plan accordingly. They plan for contingencies. But you can't take away the fact that he's a commanding player. He has skills.
Okay.
Can I get this?
Yeah, come on in there.
This
Come
is
in.
my 2 cents.
Yeah.
The truth is, I do like what you're saying as far as it being a system, because obviously a third-string quarterback just came and beat up an AFC opponent that is a playoff opponent. It's about planning towards your. I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. Brady's a badass, and I do think that he would actually be amazing in any other offense. But in this offense,
Except the Browns, to be honest.
well, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? He would make the Browns 500.
Time out.
Yes, I agree with
that.
Wait, before we go on, let me just introduce real quick. Who you're hearing right now is one of the. He's a headlining comic. He is he's a good guy, and he is our X's and Bros AFC South correspondent. He is our reporter on all things Houston Texans, Mr. Ponchi Herrera.
Thank
okay,
you.
so now, so
What
we're
I'm getting at is, I think that he's an amazing quarterback. But if you really, if you really say, I mean, hey, the Patriots have a system. They do, because obviously Garoppolo was doing exactly, I mean, what he needed to. They have a head coach that can plan for anybody. So now, Brady in any other system would be a 500 quarterback. In this system, he's obviously a 700, 800 percentage quarterback.
I will agree with that.
Now,
Absolutely.
Let me get into the evidence as to why I believe Brady is what I call a product of a system.
Okay.
Brady has been put into an offense, into a system where they give him the best chance to win. And that's really, if you're a coach, that's what you want. Yeah. He's always had his Troy Browns, his Deion Branches, his Edelmans, his Welkers, his Mosses,
Randy
his
Moss, there you go.
his Proles. He's always had guys like Vereen, like Blunt, like Lawrence Maroney. I can't remember the name of that other back they had, but they've put the pieces. Not Blunt, LeGarrette Blunt. He's okay, but he's not as
Dylan.
Yes,
Yeah,
Corey
Dillon.
Even
Hardcore
even
Corey
before
Dillon.
then, like before the Brady time, we had the Curtis Martins. But they put the pieces around him to give him the best opportunity to win.
And isn't that what any team needs to do?
That's what the coaches are supposed to do. Yeah. But that doesn't happen anywhere else.
Oh.
When Brady goes down, he hurts his knee. They bring in Matt Castle. Matt Castle goes 11-5 with that Patriot team. 11-5.
Yeah.
He goes 11-5 because he had Maroney, because he had Moss, because he had Welker. No, he didn't have Welker. It was
What's one of the
No,
models?
what did he
Next
have?
man up.
He had
What did he have?
He had a coach.
Belichick.
Yeah. He had a coach.
that comes
Now,
down to the coaching.
Hold on, I'll let you
Okay,
defend him.
Bill
I'll let you defend him.
Belichick is doing fucking sorcery to be able to what he's doing.
Yes.
To be able to be doing what he's doing with a third string quarterback, and now with the possibility of Julian Edelman starting at quarterback.
Do you know
this
how many
coming week?
points that's
And you
gonna
know
get
what?
in
No.
fantasy football?
Yeah, no.
Do you know?
And you know what the fucked up part is? If Edelman starts, they're gonna fucking win that game.
They're gonna win.
They're gonna win that game.
As I said earlier, you weren't here.
Okay,
I was like,
stop right
they're
there.
gonna win by Boucher.
They're playing.
Okay.
Stop.
They're gonna win by
They're
Boucher.
playing the fucking Bills. Of course, they're gonna win that game.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
The
don't know.
Bills look good against the Cardinals. They brought it against the Cardinals this weekend.
Now-
They did, but I also believe a lot of what happened there was the Cardinals took that team very, very lightly.
Dude,
Yes.
I'll be honest. Anytime that you got a West Coast team coming to the East Coast on an early game, they are 70%
Chance
of
of
what they
losing.
are.
Yeah.
Dude, they're never going to be 100%.
Yeah.
Even at their 100%, it's a 70% of a team.
Yeah, but let's.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Let's finish out the Brady thing real quick. After Matt Castle goes out, they give Matt Castle what was it, a $35 million contract in Kansas City?
Kansas City.
Eats a dick.
Eats two
Right.
dicks.
Do you know why he eats
Probably
two
more than
dicks?
that.
You know why he eats both of those dicks clean and all the way to the balls? Because of the fact that he was not a good quarterback. He was in a good system.
Product of a system.
After that,
Yeah.
we've got Garoppolo. Garoppolo did amazing his first 2 weeks. 2 weeks. He could land something outside of that with teams that are hurting for quarterbacks. You're looking at your Niners.
Garoppolo will be Matt Castle version 2.0.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a big
Matt Flynn.
contract.
He can,
Another Matt Flynn, exactly.
He can catch a contract on the Niners. On the
You can catch a cock. I thought that was what you were
The
gonna say.
Texans.
Y'all are doing very
okay,
well with
Dude,
Brian Osweiler.
Osweiler does
Okay,
not
and that being said,
Woman, I let you defend him.
Woman!
damn,
All
I
right,
just brought up how lips and had long hair.
He's a proud black woman, but he's a woman.
Yeah.
Relax, man. Like,
Black women matter.
He is a strong, independent woman that don't need no man. Calm down. Let me finish my sentence.
Before you go moving on up, relax, man. Let him finish.
Yeah, we got Garoppolo. Garoppolo, he can catch a contract with the Niners. I don't think he'll go Texans. I think Osweiler's good there. He can go Browns. He can go even Tannehill. Tannehill's job isn't
Miami's a good spot for him.
Even Jameis Winston, because I don't think Winston's performing to where he can. He can go there, land a clean $17+ million contract.
Dude, the Rams need a quarterback.
I don't want to talk about the Rams.
I saw the cap.
And the tat.
I don't want to talk about the Rams.
All right, well, keep going. Finish your thought, because I want to finish up with something.
The last bit of that is Brissett. Brissett comes in and lights up a defense that's a scary defense. Yeah, the stats aren't there, but they put him in a position in the same thing with that system where all he had to do was not lose a game. The lucky thing that they've had with Brady is Brady doesn't need to lose a game. Brady has the mentality to win it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just that. Now, going further with that, damn, you see, just
No, I know it. Because the truth is, you made a great point because Brissett was just a take care of what was going on.
Yeah.
And he actually did take care of what was going on.
Picks are
Now,
not so hurry.
As that being said, dude, Garoppolo would have fucking done just a tad better. I don't think he would have really sliced him up and down.
True. Now, where it ends with Brady, I think Brady, like I told you a little bit earlier, nobody dissects a cover 2 like Tom Brady does.
Oof.
All right.
Tom Brady on a cover 2, even a soft cover 3, lights that bitch down the middle up because he's got his Gronks, his Welkers, his Edelmans, his pros.
And that is exactly it. When you have your little safety blanket going up the middle, it's like, hey, dude, let me read 1, let me read 2. Okay, but neither one is open. I got my boom Edelmans crossing out. Dude, I love that you're saying that.
Yeah, but it goes a lot deeper than that because any quarterback can hit a slot. Brady has a way to dissect the slot to where he hits him in the slant, knowing they're going to get tagged, and he protects them.
Yep.
He
That
throws
is
it
insane.
exactly where it's supposed to be.
He throws it exactly
where he can actually defend himself on the shot he's about to take.
Exactly.
Yes.
He hits them to the point where they're in the middle. They got the rack, the yak, the yards after catch, into the roll, so that they're not going to get hit. No quarterback.
How many
does
times has
that like Brady.
Edelman been hit that hard? Exactly.
Yeah.
He knows. You know what I'm talking about. He knows where to throw it, dude.
I can think of like one time.
And other people will argue the Welker thing. And you know what the thing is that Welker got those same passes, but Welker looked for the contact afterwards.
Yeah, he went for the yards after catch.
He wanted to do
it's
more.
Like, dude, if you would have just stopped there, it's like, no, I got more.
Good. Yeah.
And, dude,
like,
that's where he's gotten hurt.
But here's the thing with Welker that a lot of people don't realize. Welker's fast as shit.
Yeah.
Welker, on more than one occasion, Welker broke down the middle on the right side and ended up scoring by the left.
Yep.
On 60+ yard runs.
Yeah.
Guy was fast as shit. So it's not, in my opinion, it's not that Welker looked for the contact. He looked for the yard.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that kind of got him in trouble here.
Now,
I give him that.
Now, with all that being said, all the pieces that they've put in front of Brady, the offensive lines that they've put in front of Brady, the defenses that they've put there to pad that record for them, Brady, in my opinion, is easily the best average quarterback that's ever been.
I mean,
wow. And that is a statement, bro.
Yeah.
It is,
and
I think he's above average.
The thing is, and you know what? You could say it's the system. Mm-hmm. Yes, you know what? All the pieces are in place in that system, and you know what? And it's a fine-tuned machine, and you can plug in anybody. You can plug in any quarterback.
Yes.
And
would they do what he did?
Yeah. Can't you argue that any quarterback in the NFL would want to be in his place?
Everyone will.
Exactly.
But are you telling me that you really honestly think that an average quarterback in the NFL in that system will succeed?
If a below average quarterback can go 5-11, I'll put it to you this way.
No, you said 5-11.
Yeah. Or 11-5, I'm sorry.
11-5, yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Let me put it to you this way. You put Brett Favre retires, Brett Favre goes to the Jets. It was good. You put Tom Brady on that same Jets team, you tell me they make the playoffs.
I think they do.
Clean and clear.
I think they do.
Okay.
Brady has a high football IQ.
Well, let me finish my thought here real quick. Brady leaves the Jets, goes to the Viking team that Brett Favre had. That's a much different division. Do they make the playoffs? Absolutely not.
What we're arguing here is something where it's like it's a
details.
Yeah,
it's a hypothetical.
And very hypothetical because obviously the defenses have a lot to do with. Like for example, this year the Vikings defense is fucking amazing.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, dude, and believe me, everybody on the fantasy football is fucking reaping and jerking off with fucking everything that they've done. But as far as like saying that Mark Sanchez is a savior, no. Just say, dude, don't lose his games. I heard you guys say this earlier. As long as he doesn't lose them games, those guys are gonna fucking be. I honestly think that Tom Brady is above average. I would say a lot above average because I've seen him throw some amazing throws. But I get what you're saying. You put a Tom Brady on the Browns.
Nothing.
You put a Tom Brady somewhere. I mean, give me another team, dude. On the Raiders.
On the Niners.
On the Niners. I think he's above average. I think they would make the playoffs every third year or every fourth year because of whoever they're playing against.
Yeah. Strength of schedule.
Strength of schedule.
Yeah, and that's another thing that pisses me off with the Patriots. The Patriots consistently get a lower five.
I don't get that.
You know what kills me the worst? The Rams.
Who makes schedules? Not them.
No, it's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
It's not
don't
their
blame
fault.
them.
I know.
You know,
but
you're right. Don't blame them. But
don't blame
fuck
them.
yourself.
All right. Okay. All this BS that has just been said and put forth and all this stuff. You know, whatever. The Patriots still have 4 Super Bowls and they're in contention to go for a 5th.
Don't get me wrong. A dynasty. I get it. I get it.
And
Papi, I get it. Let me ask you something though. When you have haters,
I like Papi.
I get the haters. I really honestly get the haters. That being said, this team every weekend you're getting your best against everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, they play against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to fucking go all out there to beat the Patriots. You're going to go against the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are going every week
it's a playoff
they
game.
are going up against, hey, guys, bulletin board. Hey, guys, you can't beat this team. And they get pumped up. They're beating everybody at their, quotation marks, best.
Yeah.
So I mean, you gotta give them something there, dude. They are not just playing a bullshit game. They're playing against other people's best.
I mean, 10 conference championships.
Don't fucking do
that. Don't fucking do that.
Right.
You play the Bills, the Jets, and the damn Dolphins.
How many AFC championships?
Okay,
that'll give you.
Okay,
but there's a lot less than fucking 10. Is all
All
I'm
right,
gonna say.
I'll give you that. And you know what? And after Brady's done, after he retires, and whether he has 4 or 5 or more, depending on whatever it is,
we're bringing Steve Grogan back.
This is a conversation that we're gonna keep having after. It's like, yeah, but Brady was a system quarterback, and you know what? It doesn't mean shit because he can pull up the ring and say, "I won."
When someone says,
won.
and I hear you. When someone says system, hey, did the system win?
Yeah.
And that was a quarterback of the system.
That's what it was.
That's
what it was.
One thing that does got to be said with the Patriots. They got haters. You don't get those unless you're doing something right.
That's right.
We're in cowboy country. You know.
When you say we, I didn't know this.
Wait,
you're a Patriot fan, obviously.
I've got to amend my statement real quick.
Motherfucker, I had no idea, dude.
So
go fuck you last Thursday.
I've been a Patriot fan since Bledsoe was there.
Okay, I gotta fix my statement. You don't get haters unless you're doing something right. Unless you're the Cowboys, in which case, go fuck yourself.
You get haters regardless.
Yeah.
Hey, you like that? You like that?
Oh, you
Puro cowboy.
Shit out of that.
Puro cowboy.
But you remember the whole, you like that?
You like that fucking Kirk Cousins, you little dickhead.
Dude.
What the fuck happened with Kirk Cousins? He
Holy
randomly lit up the fucking fantasy points.
Dude.
It happened.
Dude, this weekend was crazy like that.
Yeah.
Like, people were like, hey, dude, I'm riding Cam. Boom. Nothing. And then all of a sudden, hey, I'm riding so-and-so. Boom. This weekend was the justifier in everybody's league, dude. Everybody's league. There's a lot. And I'm going to tell you something about fantasy football. I totally love the whole idea that Sunday night there's people still like, hey, bro, I still got a tight end. Yeah. I think my tight end can get 40 points.
That hope beyond hope.
Let's get my kicker away. You don't know.
He's going to hit 4 80-yard field goals.
The last thing we do got to touch on. I wish George were here instead of fucking blowing his asshole up at his house.
Oh, I thought you said of me.
No. There's a rumor going around that Colin Kaepernick is going to be in on Sunday versus Blaine Gabbert. To which I will say this. The 49ers, we've all said it, they're a complete dumpster fire. They're a piece of shit team.
They got to change it up.
They've got to change something up. But
I don't think that's a change.
They blame a lot on Colin Kaepernick for not sitting in the pocket last year. They have no offensive line. How are you supposed
Why
to
would you stay in the pocket if
Exactly.
you're going to get smashed?
You have no receiving core. You have no real running game because as much as I liked Reggie Bush, last year, beside the fact that he got hurt, Reggie Bush isn't a between the blocks kind of runner.
He's an outside the lines.
He's a little slot guy on the outside.
Yeah.
He's a quick screen guy. They have no
He's
power
your
running
Kevin
game.
Falk.
Well, no. Kevin Falk was a through the blocks kind of runner. I think.
Dude, I will say this
It's Curtis Martin.
about the 49ers, man.
Come on, George.
They
Get over here.
got, they got a lot.
Everyone Steve picked.
They got a lot of things going on in their team. I mean, obviously, if you really listen to their press conferences and stuff like that, I mean, dude, there's a disarray. Regardless of what you believe in, as far as like your beliefs and stuff, there is a disconnect in the team.
Yeah.
There really is,
it's
and it sucks because when you're a football team, you need to be. I mean, dude, next man up. The guy next to me is fucking fighting as fucking hard as I am. I mean, dude, if that's gonna be the fucking case where these guys are fucking like being a bitch next to each other because they're fucking mad at this guy's fucking view on Black Lives Matter, dude, there is a disconnect, and it's out there, dude. I was reading on Twitter. I mean, dude, the offensive line. It is ridiculous, dude. Mm-hmm. And the truth is, dude, the offensive line, nobody... I mean, dude, your quarterback is important as fuck.
That's the backbone of your team.
But if your offensive line ain't giving them fucking 4 seconds, you got no quarterback.
Exactly.
You can have Dan Marino back there, but if you're giving them 3 seconds to make a choice... You ain't got a quarterback.
Exactly.
I mean, dude, you can have fucking Oyer back there. I'd rather have fucking Dan Marino with 3 seconds than Oyer with 8. Ouch. Sorry, I'm a Texans.
Brian Hoyer, you suck dicks is all I'm saying. So,
but what I'm getting at, you're going back to the 49ers.
The Niners.
Are we doing picks or what are we doing?
We're going to touch on Gabbert and then we're going to do our picks for him. Gabbert's going to be sitting down, it's looking like, and Kaepernick's going to go back in. People like to blame Colin Kaepernick for the dumpster fire that was the Niners last year, on top of the fact that they lost a whole bunch of pieces on defense.
A lot of pieces.
Fucking Antoine Smith went down like for a rehab bullshit.
Yeah, and
you got guys getting arrested in fucking airports and parking lots and shit. That's what happened to the Niners defense.
Yeah.
Which was a huge blow.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. It was fucking...
You got guys making terroristic threats to Homeland Security.
And on top of that, the offensive line was trash. The running game was trash. The receiving core was trash. Why are we blaming Colin Kaepernick for their inability to perform?
Well, and it goes to the bigger subject of quarterbacks getting way more credit for a win and way more disses for the losses. Mm-hmm. You know? I mean, because, dude, I've seen games where the quarterback eats a dick, but the defense fucking scores 2 fucking, run backs on field goals. Hey, there's another win for so-and-so. The truth is, the quarterback... I get what you're saying. But what I'm getting at, quarterbacks get so much credit for wins. It's like a pitcher. Dude, a pitcher can go out there and pitch and give up 4 runs. As long as my team scored 5, I got the win. Mm-hmm. The shortstop, if you look at the shortstop's back of the baseball card, it doesn't say wins. Yeah. It says it on the pitcher. Quarterbacks are judged by wins and losses.
Yeah, that's true. But it's completely opposite with Colin Kaepernick. Anytime that offense won, it was because of the offense.
Exactly.
But every time they lost, it was because of Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, I like that.
That is completely 100%.
You know what? I believe that.
George, you were going to say something?
No, what I was going to say about the quarterback bias is that The simple thing is, look at the MVP voting every year. Quarterbacks. Look at the Super Bowl MVP. Quarterback.
I love it.
Even if you have a defensive player who was like a J.J. Watt,
They
who was
stole
a
it
fucking
from him.
beast.
They stole it from
Or
him.
you have an Adrian Peterson. No, it always goes back to quarterback.
This
And
is guy running the offense. I go, you have no idea what the running back is going through.
now.
At that point, it should be the offensive coordinator calling the plays. You're the MVP.
Now, time out. What I will say to wrap this, to just put a bow in this and circle back around, is that yes, in the media and in sports, you always hear the quarterback. That's the guy running the offense. However, how many times tonight have we talked about a quarterback who won a game by not losing it? A game manager. We talked about Sam Bradford. We talked about Brissett. We talked about guys who they didn't lose the game, they didn't win the game, they just managed it. Don't fuck up, don't turn the ball over, and you get a win. So,
Can I ask you something? You all have your favorite team being the Titans, the Rams, or the Patriots, me being the Texans. Would you want to win a Super Bowl? 16, whatever games in the regular season, another 3 to get to the playoffs. Get all the way to Super Bowl with a guy who managed to not lose, as
Oh
opposed.
yeah.
it worked for the
Oh,
Bucks.
yeah.
It worked for
Yeah.
Trent Dilfer.
I may be old school.
at that
I want my
point-
quarterback to win the
It
Super
worked
Bowl.
with the Ravens too with Trent Dilfer.
Yes. Oh
Ravens
my
Seahawks.
God. Yes.
Yeah.
Dude. Seattle Seahawks. Don't act like that guy fucking. No.
I hate that division. That's my division.
Yeah, I
hate
hear
that
you.
man,
but
he's
he
a good-
managed it.
He did way more than manage it.
I'm gonna say he managed it.
Now the defense gave him a lot to play with, but
Exactly.
he did not manage.
I'll
it.
give you
He
a lot
won
to
that
play
one.
with.
Oh yeah, 2 inches of terror.
So, so
Let me tell you about the 2 inches of tip.
that's the end.
That's
of,
my defense.
all right. Let's do picks and then
let's
we
do
get
picks real
this
quick.
done.
That's the end of everything we're going to
We
talk
got
about.
a party.
Now
We got a party. We're
now
going
we-
across. We're
we
going
get
to
talk
Laredo.
about picks.
No Laredo with the hookers.
Town.
Male hookers.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait, what?
female hookers.
Female hookers.
And that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no!
Dude, I almost fell. My bad.
So Ponchi's almost killed himself on air.
On air.
But okay, first pick of the. It's cool. Don't worry about it, Dick.
I love this motherfucker.
Where the fuck is Joe Alex?
Game one. He took
not,
off
dude.
already.
Don't even wear a CrossFit shirt if you ain't doing it.
Dude, it hurts so good.
It hurts so good.
Just like anal.
Yeah.
Always.
Pick one, JR. You get to lead us off because you won last
CrossFit or
week.
anal? Take your pick.
CrossFit or anal? Who wins, the Patriots or the Bills?
Oh, I'm gonna take the
Pats.
pick.
Yeah,
Pats
well,
take
that was a
that.
stupid
Yeah.
fucking
Pats.
question.
Why do you even ask?
George.
I take the Pats.
And you too. So am I, because reasons and stuff and things. All right, next game we got the Rams versus the Cardinals. Now this is gonna be a fucking interesting
Ooh.
one. George,
I'm
Oh, I hate that you put me on the spot first.
I did that on purpose.
Rams defense looking good. They look solid against Tampa. I don't know what the hell's going on in Arizona. Bruce Arians also likes to talk about having a good quarterback room. They are not having a good quarterback room. They're not having a good quarterback. I don't know if Carson Palmer was over the hill, what it is, but 4 interceptions last week did not look good. Where are they playing at?
I believe they're playing in Arizona.
yeah, they're playing at Arizona.
That's plus at least 4, dude.
Look, you know what? I'm going to say this. I think Arizona can bounce back, but I've got too much faith in the Rams defense. They've looked fucking solid the last
Girly's
3
the
weeks.
man, dude.
Todd Gurley is crushing it. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say LA takes it on the road.
Wow.
And my opinion is like as you said, the Rams have a stout defense, and just because you're my boy and I believe in you, I'm going with the Rams.
Love it.
I 100% am going with the Rams. The way they played in
I
Tampa.
thought you were going to go against us like a dick.
I'm going with the Cardinals because you guys are idiots.
Good for you guys. I'm going with Arizona.
I will say this. The offense woke up a lot in Tampa, and that was great. But they're going to be playing against Patrick Peterson and Matthew in Arizona. That scares me.
Honey Badger.
That scares me. But the way the defense has been playing in these last 2 weeks, and the fact that that's a division game, and the way these boys,
Shut the fuck up.
the way these boys play in divisions, I gotta go Rams.
There you go. Fuck it. All right, next game. Boom. Let's do it.
Titans versus Texans. I think.
Where are we at?
Fuck me.
I'll be in Houston. watching my Texans
Is it in Houston?
It's in
kick
it's in
some
Nashville.
Titan
In
out.
Nashville. Well, you'd be weird if you were in Houston because the game's in Nashville.
No, it's in Houston.
No, it's in
It's
Houston.
in Houston?
It's in
I'm
Houston.
gonna be in Houston.
It's in
Fucker.
Houston.
Pay attention.
You
Fred.
pay attention, you
Yeah,
I'm going
I'm
based on what
taking
he said.
Texans over the Titans.
Oh, it's Tech. Your handwriting sucks worse than mine.
Yeah, fuck you.
My bad. So they're going to be in Houston.
And at that point, you know what? I'll back up once you on that. You know what? And I'm not saying that
They're gonna kick
either
their ass.
or team is better. I'm just giving it to the home team. That's the only reason. That's the
You know
only
what?
reason.
That's one of those games that I
Yeah.
swear to God, just because it's home,
Mhm.
that's worth 2 points, and I can almost see it.
Yeah.
I am, as a Texans fan, I am actually the one team that I'm scared of. I'm not scared of the Colts. I'm not scared of the Jaguars. I swear to God, the fucking Titans have a juggernaut on offense. I honestly think just because we're home, our defense is gonna step up a little
Not
bit.
just because I'm a Titans fan. I'm going to go with Tennessee on this one because for the simple reason that the Texans put the Texans put up a goose egg.
I hear you. I hear you.
They ate
And
shit against the Pats.
and I don't know if you saw this
Hey,
tonight.
those the Patriots. Hey, you can't.
No,
get
no, and I don't know if you heard this tonight. J.J. Watt is out.
Exactly, which is why I'm going with Tennessee. The offensive rushing attack looking good. DeMarco Murray had over 100 yards. He's slashing. The offensive line is solid, and they're going to attack that hole where J.J.
What
Watt
hole?
is not there.
What hole?
The hole where fucking J.J. Watt is missing. They're going to attack that. They're going to run it down their
I'm
fucking
having
throats.
Fred, can I tell you something?
yes, sir.
You have a fucking amazing podcast.
Thank you.
This is fun as fuck, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate
Dude,
it.
I'm gonna fucking push this on my fucking dude. This is badass. You have like insight and shit. You're like smart as fuck, and you all like talking it like crazy cool, dude.
Thank you.
It ain't like some bullshit like, yeah, I like the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Horta, though, dude. I love
Yeah,
you.
hey, seriously, dude, straight up. I know this is on your podcast, but did you hear what happened? Did you see the pictures of him on Sunday on the field?
Dude, it was amazing.
Oh, they called him and asked him, hey, Raymond Horta, can you please come out? We want to record some stuff with you for the Hispanic Heritage Month. And he was on the field. Dude, they fucking paid for his trip. He went out there and he filmed some fucking videos and stuff. Not next week, but the week after that, they're gonna be they're gonna put it on the big ass screens and stuff.
Puro Cowboys.
Dude, Puro Cowboys, el Casahuitas
Prende
en
la
fuera,
vela.
dude.
Prende la
I'm
vela,
telling you
bro.
right now, dude. He goes, dude, my tagline coming out, el Casahuitas en fuera. Could you imagine 80,000 motherfuckers fucking listening to this one fucking Mexican going, el Casahuitas en fuera?
Valley boy.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah,
Props
dude.
to him, Valley boy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We gotta fucking, dude. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes,
Next game.
Well,
That being said,
let-
I'm still taking the
You're
Titans.
taking the Titans. Let
Yeah.
me tell you why I'm gonna go Texans.
Oh!
Just because they're home.
No, fuck the home thing. The Houston home crowd isn't like a Foxborough or a Lambeau.
I'm not.
But it's cold-blooded. That's cold-blooded.
You don't know my whole fucking
Fucking
crowd.
dabbed on you
This
is what
dude
he
just
did,
hit me
man.
with a
Fuck.
yeet right now.
I just fucked him on a high five.
You
Sorry.
totally did. The reason I'm going Texans is because they're
Just to
gonna
piss off George.
they're gonna lean on Jadeveon Clowney because Watt is out, and this is gonna be one of those games where we're gonna see you're gonna make or break, and Jadeveon Clowney is gonna come out like a fucking savage.
He's going to break another ACL is what he's going to do.
You don't break those.
You
turn
only have
those.
2 of them.
You only have to, yeah, totally. I'm going Texans.
All right, let's go
Next
next.
game, we got the Colts and the Jaggies.
Fucking Colts.
You know what, dude?
I like the Jaguars on this.
I'm gonna go
God.
Jaguars because fuck you, JR.
It's like,
I'm just saying.
are you fucking eating like raw beef jerky or what the fuck?
What? Like it's been cooked?
Look, at least the beef jerky I have is properly inflated, you Patriots
Hey.
fan.
Okay, hey, but did we win?
Wait, was there any video of this beforehand?
All right, who are you going?
I'm going Colts. I'm
You're
going Colts.
Any particular reason you're going Colts? Because I was gonna go Colts before you said something.
No, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm going Colts because you know what? I've been in Indianapolis. I've gone to one of their games, and they're nice.
Who's home? Is Indy home?
They're nice
I
people.
believe it's the other way around. I believe
They're
the
nice
Jags-
people. So
Jags
you
are
know what? I'm gonna go
That's
with
good.
Colts.
That's good. They're nice people.
Yeah.
You know what? That being said, I go Jacksonville.
You going Jacksonville?
Indianapolis's offensive line has had trouble keeping Andrew Luck upright. They're putting pressure. They're getting hits on him. I think Jacksonville's finally going to figure it out. They've underperformed the last 3 weeks. I think they right the ship. I think they get things going. And if Jacksonville's at home, I think you got to go with the home team there. They're going to be a little bit more pumped up, a little bit more focused. I'm going Jacksonville.
Well, I mean, the Jaguars, they did good work against the Ravens. Granted, the Ravens are 3-0, so that's all right. Next game that we're going across, I also took Jaguars, by the way, because fuck JR. We got the Browns versus the Redskins.
It's not even
Redskins.
close. The Redskins had a high game this week. They caught momentum. They came up with a huge win. The Browns are a fucking dumpster fire. I don't like them. They don't have any quarterbacks. Steve-O could play quarterback for the Browns and have better results. Fucking Redskins all day.
No, that's a compliment.
That is a compliment.
Well, thank you.
The Browns they did some decent work. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, but not even quite. We're going Redskins.
Browns are dumpster fire. Fuck 'em.
I'm going Redskins.
Awesome.
Hell
All right, very next one, we got a division game between the number 1 Falcons versus the number 3 Panthers, dude.
yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm taking the Falcons because they're at home.
Wow, that's a ballsy move.
I was going to go ahead and
Matty-
say
Matty
Carolina,
Ice-
but
Matty
for
Ice is
some
on a
reason,
roll.
I don't know. This year is so fucked up and drunk and turned up on his goddamn ass. You know what? I'm going with Atlanta just for the fuck of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I might be wrong on that one, but fuck it. Who cares? Falcons take it.
All right, I'm going to go Panthers just because, Matty Ice is still Matty Ice. Matty Rice, as I call him now. The Panthers are...
Matty Rice.
Oh,
Matty
god
Rice,
damn it.
there
You
you
couldn't
go.
go one episode without being racist.
You want Rice?
One episode without racism would be
Yeah.
funny. But anyway,
What do you mean? What do you
that
mean
the Carolina defense is still the Carolina defense.
Yes.
The Atlanta defense not quite as good as the Carolina offense. I'm going to go ahead and go the Panthers.
Well, see, everything in my bones and in my mind and in my spirit and soul tells me to pick Carolina, but the way this season's gone, fuck it. That just tells me go with Atlanta.
That's
fuck
a
it.
fair point.
Let's do it.
Next game we got the Raiders at the Ravens. Raiders and Ravens. George is all about these Raiders.
You know what? I am on the Raiders bandwagon.
I am
I'm
too.
all about Derek Carr. Amari Cooper's playing well.
Their
Michael
defense is good,
Michael
dude.
Crabtree's
Khalil
playing
Mack.
okay?
Where are they playing?
I believe they're playing in Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an away game.
But the Ravens 3-0, sitting pretty.
And
we can't say sitting pretty considering they almost dropped one to the Browns.
And
You're absolutely right, and based on that, I will say Raiders go into Baltimore and take that one. I think the Ravens are fallible. I think they're going to show it, and I think they go down this week. I think Derek Carr and Amari Cooper go in there and they sling the ball, they sling the rock, and they're going to come up with some big stuff on offense. The defense, as well as it can be, has not been playing up to potential, and they've been leaning on that crazy play calling and the take risks, take chances style offense that Jack Del Rio's running. And I'm gonna go ahead and say Raiders. It's gonna be a lot closer than we think.
Agreed.
Raiders take it maybe by 3.
I think there's noises and stuff. There's man, I don't know. The Ravens are getting older. They're getting a lot. They're getting older.
They're showing their age.
They're showing their age.
age.
The Raiders on the opposite side are showing theirs also. They're showing that a young, spry team can make some real noise in the NFL. I wasn't on their bandwagon before, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm still not on their bandwagon, but I think I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Jaleel Mack made a believer out of me. I will say that.
fucking make a pick.
Shut your mouth, you racist
There's so much fucking bullshit. Fucking make a pick.
Look, asshole, it's a podcast. You're supposed to talk.
No.
That's how it works. You see, the reason I was talking was to try and come up with a pick, and I still can't. I'm gonna go with Raiders. I'm gonna
Are you
go
filling
with
time
Ravens.
right now? Is what
Yeah,
you're
I
doing?
really
You're filling
was.
time?
I'm going
Okay,
Ravens.
okay,
That's exactly
I'm
what you're
going
doing,
with the Raiders just because of the fact because fucking unicorns and fucking rainbows. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going with the Raiders because you know what? They haven't let me down from the last 2 picks. From the last 2 picks, the Raiders haven't let me down.
That's true.
They haven't let me down. I've taken them, and everybody's like, "Why are you choosing them?"
All right.
Because
Because I'm drunk.
No. I got a gut. I got a gut feeling, and I'll just go with it.
I've got
All
a
right.
gut.
You got a gut.
I got a gut.
All right, next game we
All right.
got the Seahawks and the Jets. 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 You
Fucking
lose.
Seahawks.
Seahawks all day.
Seahawks all the fucking
If
way.
there's one thing that the Seahawks showed this week is that fucking team is back, baby.
Yep.
We're absolutely going Seahawks with
Bounce
that one.
back style. I also
Yeah.
go Seahawks. Doug Baldwin put up a huge game this past week.
Yes, he did.
Hold on, let me pull up the stats on him real
Hey,
quick.
Fred, can I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
It's my first time on a podcast. This is Ponchi, and I'm asking, y'all are picking. Are y'all taking like a nice little fucking at the end of the year? Who got?
Yep, I got
Yeah?
it.
Oh, yeah.
So that being said, what's the bet?
I have no idea. That's.
I say a blowjob.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I say the last guy, whoever loses, gives the blowjob, and whoever's second place licks the balls.
Licks the balls.
Yes,
How about
dude.
cup them? You know, like let's go cup 'em.
Yeah, I'll go cup them, but you gotta like spit on your hand.
Yeah.
How's that? Just to make
keep it formal.
Because-
yeah.
all right, let's
It's
be
like, wait,
honest.
hold on. Am I in the lead or not?
By week 7, the motherfucker's like, I don't want to bet no more.
I'm gonna move to Mexico, guys.
Let's be honest. Licking balls a lot more demoralizing than sucking a dick. I'd rather suck the dick than lick the balls.
Really?
Just saying.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I want you to be my
All right, I
friend,
gotta
man.
go. Nah, I'm just kidding.
If you're sucking dick, you're the headliner. If you're licking balls, you're opening. I'm just saying.
I don't know, dude. Dude, seriously,
God.
on the way of fucking
my
picking NFL games, dude, licking balls is not a big deal. I'm a Texans fan. It happens.
How do you stab yourself in the back? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's easy, bro. It's easy. Be a Texans fan.
Man, I'm a Rams fan. Don't do that to me.
No shit. Hey, carnal, let me tell you. At the end of the podcast, I'm gonna tell you are we gonna go watch a game this year?
I'm down.
Dude, have you ever gone? Are you
I
planning it?
I just went to the Bucks game.
Did you go?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
dude.
It
Oh,
was amazing.
dude.
It
Chingon
was
stuff.
amazing.
I just wonder why all the Hispanics aren't like a bunch of Mexicans are Raider fans. Hey, pinche Raiders. And a lot of them
Because
are.
they're Raiders, dude.
Yeah, I
They
get
cross
that,
borders.
dude. But how could
Dude,
you
all
not
you need
just...
to know is the Raiders are playing a home game in Mexico City this year.
I
That's
know,
all you need to
dude.
do, yeah.
But you would think the Raiders would be like, hey, bro, Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying? Dude, we should be the Browns. Hey, what's up with the Browns and say, fuck the Redskins, we're the Brownskins and shit.
I think it's just because we are brown. We can't. You know what I mean?
Like, you get mad at that shit. No, we're not that brown.
Exactly that.
We're 10. We're the little Cleveland 10s. Next game.
Going back to football, Seahawks take it. Doug Baldwin, 8 of 10, 164 yards and a touchdown. He lit it up. Seahawks take that game.
JR?
He's busy taking a hit of weed.
No.
It's a vape, not a dick. Don't take it to
You motherfucker licking on the balls of the vape, dude. Dude, it's a vape. Don't lick the
I
balls.
fucking lost my place. What game?
It's the Seahawks.
I told you at the beginning I took Seahawks.
Oh, no one.
At the beginning, like 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
Woo!
Next game, we got the Wizard of Oz game. The Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh, my. Well,
Oh,
the
shit.
good thing is we're still recording. So,
What the fuck just happened?
so Lions and Bears. JR?
I'm going Lions. Fucking. I'm going Lions just because
I like animal crackers.
I do love animal crackers, and I'll eat the shit out of fucking giraffe.
Crackle. I like crackers.
Crackers. Hey, no, but my
Well, if any
hey,
comic
what-
here would love crackers, it's this guy, man.
Wow, this podcast has gone all
No,
the way
it's,
off the rails.
just because I'm my fantasy football team, I had a fucking Jones from the Lions, and he fucking lit the fuck up. So I'm hoping it's like, hey, fucking, Cutler not there, whatever the fuck's going on with
Is
the
he out
Bears.
this week?
Yeah,
think so.
he's
Oh,
out.
the
So
Lions
I'm
all
taking
day,
the
yeah.
Lions. Fucking, they're gonna light it the fuck up.
George also going Lions. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
go
take
Lions
Detroit.
as well because I'm not picking the Bears for anything
There you go.
that isn't losing spectacular.
Oh my.
Yeah, very much so. Next game we got the Broncos and the Bucks. And
I'm taking the Broncos on that.
Who's
one.
home?
I don't think that matters.
That doesn't
It does,
matter.
bro.
Nope.
The Bucks,
Broncos defense too good. As we talked last week with JR, you can't double team Von Miller. The defense is way too stout. Trevor Siemian is riding that defense. All he has to do is not lose the game. Broncos take that one.
I know you all gonna all go Broncos, but I know I'm not part of this whole bet. But watch, dude, Tampa Bay's gonna win.
What?
this
You can't
fucker,
suck a
dude.
dick with the rest of us, dude?
Dude, I want you all to lick the fucking hairy balls.
That's why you got the
Too
big
many
P
hairy
in your cap for pee-pee.
Yeah,
That's what you
Ponchi.
like.
I'll
Once you
tell
like
you
the
right
pee-pee.
now, dude. Straight the fuck up, dude.
The Bucks? You think so?
I'm going with the Bucks, bro.
All right, mark him special on that one.
Mark
Put
him
Ponchi,
special because
yeah.
he's gonna get his nalgas bucked off on that
Hey,
one.
guess what? Ponchi is
Beep,
buying
beep.
beers if this one loses.
Oh yeah,
Though I bought beers
we heard
tonight.
that. We heard
so
that.
go fuck yourselves.
Not just for tonight.
Let me tell you why you're going to have to buy beer for everybody.
Oh,
Because of the fact that the Bucks showed that if a stout front seven can put pressure on them,
¿cuáles son los stouts?
the Rams front seven put pressure on the Bucks like they've never been, and the Broncos are way better.
Nah,
If
you know
Case
what, dude?
Keenum can beat the Bucks, so can Trevor
I'm gonna
Siemian.
tell you right now, dude. The Bucks had a shit game and they had a shit fucking plan for
They
it.
put up 32 points.
No. Listen, no. I get what you're saying. They had a shit game. This motherfucker ain't even listening.
No,
I'm listening. You know what?
I'm
Jerry, fuck you.
I'm
Listen to what I'm
thinking
saying.
about other stuff. Yeah.
Jared's
What
like,
I'm
this
getting
was me
at
last
is
week.
they had a shit game with this
Exactly.
one thing, dude. On the stunts. Every time that they fucking had a stunt, there was a fucking sack, dude. See or no?
Yeah, but
What I'm getting at is I think that this fucking week that they're gonna fucking practice on that shit. Am I wrong?
Okay.
you can't stunt on the Broncos. You absolutely can't. They're
That's
too
what I'm
fast.
getting at, dude.
Bradley
Watch the
Roby, Akeem
Dude,
Talib,
trust me. Y'all
Von
laughing,
Miller.
mate. Laugh
No,
all you
I'm
want.
not laughing.
Next time I come to Laredo, beers on you all motherfuckers.
It's like the
I'm
only thing
telling you right
I
now.
don't know why,
Okay, I'll
but
take
like,
that bet. I'll take that bet.
all right, there we go.
Niggas,
There we
it
go.
was
We
beers
can
on
do
me
it.
tonight.
We can do it. The only thing I think about, like, whenever someone says like a halfback, I think of a midget running back. Why?
Like a war gun.
It's like, all right, done. It's like we got the halfback. I see like a 3'5"
halfback.
guy like coming out like with a fucking little fucking.
That sounds
a
like my divorce lawyer. I got a half bag. I'm like, dude, I wanted all of it.
Yeah, Susan.
I wanted
All right, we gotta keep going through this picture. We're going
next
off the
pick.
rails now.
Next pick, Cowboys and Niners.
Fuck the cops.
So that's the Cowboys.
Cowboys
Oh, I'm
take
going
it.
Cowboys. I'm going
Prescott
Cowboys.
looks good. The Niners fucking showed their true colors this past week. Cowboys take that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott, 140 yards on the ground and a touchdown. He fixed it. We talked about how much he ate shit. Hey, wait, what the
No,
Hey,
no.
yeah, well,
They played the fucking Bears.
And they're playing the Niners now.
Yeah, I'm not saying he didn't fix shit. They played.
Okay,
shitty
so the
defense.
sophomore, now they're going
He
up against
fixed it
juniors.
enough that he can
Exactly.
write shit there with the Niners.
Actually, that's not true. I think the Bears are better than the Niners. So
You know what, dude? Straight up, dude. I'm obviously going to win. But I think they're going to batallar un poco más, man.
I mean, the Niners have a better defense.
I think they do.
But not by a lot. I think.
Nah,
are they
dude.
playing Dallas or Niners?
Does it matter?
No. It
I have no
actually,
idea right there.
it actually kind of does.
Well, the Niners don't have a very
Okay,
good
so
defense.
what's the bet? When everybody wins or whatever, who's the winner?
It's bragging rights for
No,
now.
it's bragging
We'll
rights
come
for
up
now.
with
Fuck
some-
bragging rights. Y'all need to
Look.
do this shit early in the season right now.
As much as I
Before you go like 8 games ahead of everybody.
We'll come
fucker.
up with something.
As much as I
I'm
hate-
ahead of all these fuckers.
As
you're
much as
not.
I hate the
That's my whole
Cowboys,
front.
Dak Prescott is not turning the ball over and is upright. They are not sacking him. That offensive line is holding up. The offensive line
You know
showed
what? You up
that
the-
Ezekiel Elliott could run
Dude.
the ball. The offensive line
I'll
is
give you that.
anchoring that right now. Cowboys take it.
The offensive line is like they have this like second call like, and that's my fucking quarterback and he's a rookie. I gotta fucking not just I need to if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
they twerk that.
Like dude, they're fucking out for him,
He
dude.
turned French right there.
Dude, they're fucking crazy ass. They're crazy ass giving them fucking crazy ass time, bro.
Yeah, they are. They are. They're,
Wait.
Hells
And
yeah.
I actually saw this one little thing on thing. It was like, pinche Romo didn't have this time. I think they're fucking blocking a little harder because he's a fucking rookie. It doesn't matter. They're doing it.
Yep, that's beside. Yeah, whether they did or not, that's beside the point. Next game we got the Saints and the Chargers.
Oh, Saints and
Saints
Chargers.
and the Chargers. That's,
Where is it at? San Diego?
I believe it's in San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah, I took the Chargers in that one.
You know,
think
the
so?
Saints are
Yeah.
0-3, bro.
They are, but they've been close in these last couple of games. Actually, oh, thank you, sir. To be fair, they've been close in all of their games.
And the only reason I took the Chargers, just because this last fuck up of a game that they had, I don't think they're gonna repeat. You know, fucking Rivers is, you know, there's a little bit of pride into that.
Yeah.
And he's gonna play up. He's gonna figure out a way to like pull that out. You know, it's not gonna be a blowout either way. It's gonna be kind of close, and I think they might pull it off.
I don't know.
It's kind of like my German
Saints?
No,
The
the
thing
Chargers.
is,
The Chargers.
yeah, the thing is, the Saints have no defense. They've shown it over and over
Exactly.
again.
Against the Raiders, against the
Against
Falcons,
anybody.
The-
They'll throw up 40 points, but they're gonna give up 50.
Yeah.
They got no defense. No, carnal.
They played really well against the Giants, though.
No, they had a fucking
Dude,
voodoo doll.
The only reason they lost to the Giants is because of Janoris Jenkins' return touchdown.
Nah, dude,
That was
just
a fucking
throwing out
voodoo
some
doll,
fucking
bro.
crazy names and plays it. I don't know.
There's like some fucking Creole over here, like, hey, you know, we're gonna fucking poke a
No,
we're gonna poke a needle into this bitch.
Because, oh man,
Es Janoris James. Tú no sabes.
he was my boy. It was a Rams.
Ese
for
güey
3
one
years.
time he
Yeah,
was
ese
a
guy-
ramp.
The
It's
Saints
a-
versus the Chargers.
Chargers take it. The Saints defense is suspect. They gave up tons of points on the regular. Secondly, San Diego has adjusted well from those injuries. Keenan Allen went down. They did not stop moving. Danny Woodhead went down. They did not
It's like
stop
this guy
moving.
that
That
hasn't
offense,
drank enough.
this offense is moving, and they got Dexter McCluster, and I think he's going to pick up where Danny Woodhead left
¿Cuál
off.
es el Dexter McLaughlin?
Why does this guy sound like Handsome Dan?
I know. This motherfucker act like he's on.
you listen to the smooth jams of San Diego Chargers.
God, you know, listen to KOYE 98.1. What the fuck? We're picking
How old are
fucking.
you, man?
We're picking fucking games.
Now,
Yeah, well, Dexter McClusker has a deep dick up in that ass. Going through the fucking 5-inch 4 hole. Oh, double up. Oh.
Dude, what's up with that fucking voice, man? I did dick.
He talks like that regularly, dude. Yeah. We always just assume he's filming constantly.
I hear that shit. Turn it off. I'm like, that's how I talk. Now,
No, pues el
can't
Dexter
even-
McLaughlin.
I can't be concentrating on football right now. Fuck you guys.
We got 3 more to go, dude.
We gotta get through this stuff.
I love how it's a sound of just like straight sound.
We're living towards the finish line. I'm going San Diego.
I'm going San Diego.
This
Too.
motherfucker go like 10 minutes.
Let's do this. Let's go next.
I hate it, but I'm going San Diego. Too.
All right, do it. Okay, next.
Next, we got the Chefs and the Steelers.
Oh, fuck Steelers. They're gonna bounce back from that fucking debacle they had
I
last
don't
week.
know, dude. They
Fuck.
feel like shit. bro.
Do you really think fucking Roethlisberger's gonna let him go down again like
You know
that
what? Where's
against
it
the
at?
Chiefs?
Where's it at?
It's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
Pittsburgh. It's like, you know, fuck that. They're gonna give the Chiefs the fucking.
Well,
skill
I
rock.
like to take the big dick
Oh
and be
yeah. Well, we're going down to it because you know we had like 357,000 receiving yards.
Who you
This
going
guy
with?
hates that I do stats.
Yeah, he does.
No, Pittsburgh's taking
No.
it.
I love the stats.
Hey, shut up!
Pittsburgh's taking it. Alex Smith is the most overrated quarterback in the league. Alex Smith.
Alex Smith.
Exactly.
Alex Smith
I
is
agree
the
with
most
that.
overrated quarterback in the league. Pittsburgh rides the ship. Roethlisberger's going to bounce back, and he will
Hell
rape
yeah.
someone before they lose again. So,
Fuck yeah, Roethlisberger coming in on a fucking Harley.
I like this shit,
say his name
dog.
again.
Say his name again.
Brothless
more
burger.
Roethlisberger.
You're saying
See,
it all
get,
wrong.
no, it's cool. Right now, we're going to
It's-
McDonald's
it's
and get a
Roethlisberger.
Roethlis burger.
We're gonna get a number 5
doesn't like
Roethlisberger.
that?
Okay, it's Rapist Burger.
We're going to Whataburger
That was
and
bad.
get
We're
a
gonna
double
get
Western
sued on
burger.
that one.
Yep, I am sorry, Mr. Roethlisberger. That is not slander, I promise. It's a joke. Next, we got the Giants and the Vikings.
God damn, that's a great game.
Oh, by the way, I'm going Steelers as well.
Oh,
What a great game, dude.
I think
So.
they're playing.
I believe they're playing in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Dude, that's a good ass game, dude.
Yep. They got
And-
the guy that I made up, Janoris Jenkins. You know?
Do they got the Vikings defense?
They have a much better one.
Exactly.
Vikings defense, they put up, what, 7 sacks, 8 sacks this past week?
Yes, they didn't.
Sam Bradford needs to just not lose the game. That's all that's happening.
How do you trust him to throw on Dominic Rogers, Cromartie, and Janoris Jenkins and
Chingada
over
madre,
Highland
that's a
Smith?
tough game, bro.
Fuck, that's a pick 'em.
Yeah.
That's a pick 'em.
Here's a big problem though. The Vikings have consistently been Eli Manning's kryptonite. He always throws 3+
How are they
picks.
against the fucking spread?
The Spurs?
The spread.
Oh, I have no idea. I haven't checked that
I
out.
think all 3 games they fucking done it because of the defense,
Yeah.
dude. I know my vote don't give a fuck, but
Mark him down. Mark him down.
Gonna.
You know what? And
Vikings win.
and that
Minnesota at home. I'll take Minnesota at home.
Vikings win.
You know what? I'm gonna take the
It's
Giants
P.
just for an
It's
upset.
P.
I'm gonna take the
I
Giants
don't
for an
even
upset.
think
Really?
it,
Yeah.
but
You know
I
what?
don't even think
Fuck
it's
it.
an upset, bro.
You know what?
Isn't it an upset?
It's gonna be closer than we think because everybody's
Don't
gonna
you
go with the
wag your
Vikings.
fucking pen
Nah,
at
but
me.
is it an upset?
Yeah,
I'm not. Is it an upset? Honestly,
It will. It,
Yeah,
no,
Minnesota-
yeah. I mean,
Minnesota's
the
at home,
Giants
they're
have
probably
lost to
favored.
the Vikings the past few times.
That's
like,
true.
I will take it. I'll go with Eli for the
Christ.
well, we're gonna get sued for sure now.
Hey, fucking bring it. They don't know how I look.
Fuck, man,
I don't have my face on
I'm
this.
putting your picture at that exact moment. Just letting you know
Like,
now. With a nice
eh,
smile. That's a hard game to pick.
That's tough. Yeah.
I gotta go with my boy Janoris, man.
All right,
I
take
gotta
it,
go,
take it.
I gotta go.
So we
Giants.
agree to
we
disagree.
got one.
and this
one
is the
game left?
Monday night game.
Yes, it is.
We got one game left, or is that all?
Well, I gotta get George's pick first
For what?
for Giants Vikings.
Vikings.
Vikings. George. All right. Last game that we're gonna pick: the Dolphins versus the Bengals. I mean the Bengals.
Where's it at?
It's right where the Bengals win that one for sure.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals also.
Yeah,
That one doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals.
All
Hell
three of
yeah.
us?
Hell yeah.
George and JR.
According to all my picks, I'm supposed to go 15-0 this week. That's where I'm going there. That's where I'm going.
All right.
Confident did that.
You know what? This is my first time on this podcast, and I will tell you right now, dude. I listen to a lot of sports podcasts, and it wasn't just a bullshit thing that you were doing. You actually fucking have like passion and stats and shit that go along with it. So believe me, I'm gonna listen to this, and I am gonna fucking promote this. Dude.
Thank you. I
So,
very much appreciate that.
What's the
being
name of the
said-
podcast? You
It's
fuck.
the X's and Bros podcast.
I like it, bro.
So that being said, we're gonna be bringing in Ponchi every week down to Laredo.
I would love that shit, dude. Let me do a fucking. No, I swear to God, dude.
Or we can Skype you in. We can
I would
Skype
love
you in
for
and
you
put
to
the
Skype me
phone
in
right here.
every other week, dude. Maybe not every week, but dude, I swear to God, dude, this is fucking fun. I've been a part of a lot of fucking like podcasts, and you guys ain't even fucking around. Like you're really into
No,
this shit, dude.
hell yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm.
You missed last week's
and-
podcast
and-
when I
and-
fucking slammed the table and I was like,
and that's
Patriots.
what I'm getting at, dude. Like I swear to God, dude, I listen to a shitload of fucking different things. This is gonna be one of my fucking feeds. I listened to you fucking 2 weeks ago, and I thought it was funny. I thought it was fun. But now being on this side, I see how fucking passionate and how fucking true you are. Because the truth is, everybody fucking loves their team.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are a little bit beyond that, if that makes sense.
I'm a very big purveyor. Yeah, I love my Rams, but before that, I love.
I mean, this
football.
motherfucker was throwing out fucking names for the fucking Patriots. I'm like, dude, this motherfucker knows what he's talking about. He's
okay.
like fucking 8 rows in, bro.
He's like the history of like the football from everything. George is a stats guy. I'm the
Patriots
emotional guy.
Can I be
Drunk guy. Yeah.
I'm the drunk emotional guy.
I love
so we
that
make we make a perfect triplet pair.
Dude,
Okay.
I like to promote this thing, dude, and I swear to God, dude, I honestly think this needs to be heard.
Thank you. I very much
Yeah.
appreciate that. That being said, George, finish out real quick.
What I will say this real quick. Plugs. I know this is a comedy this is a sports podcast, but we're gonna go ahead and plug some comedy. We got some stuff coming up this week. Tomorrow, not tomorrow. When is
Yeah,
this
it's
gonna be
tomorrow.
posted?
This is gonna be released on Wednesday.
Okay. So tomorrow, Thursday night on the Rocks, At 11 o'clock, we got a big show going on. It's a free show. Go on out there. Myself, Mr. J, are you on that one?
I'm not on the bill, but I will be.
But you will
There.
be there.
I will
Okay.
be on the stage for a very interesting.
Oh, nice tease there.
another
All right.
story?
That's a good
Yes.
tease.
Yes.
That's a good tease. So
Yes.
myself and Jerry will be there. Steven Sosa, Fred Madrigal, Aaron Suarez. We got some guys coming in from out of town. Of course, the very hilarious from Del Rio, Mr. Carlos Castorena, Mr. DJ Tweedy, Rudy Barra, who is Laredo Funny
Beast.
brother from
Guy's a
he's
beast.
a beast. He'll be out there also, and of course. Our beautiful special guest tonight, Mr. Ponchi Herrera. Ponchi, what plays you got going? What do you got going on?
I got, dude, seriously, all I want is everybody to show up on Thursday. Dude, what's the name of the place on Thursday?
On the Rocks Tavern.
Dude, I'm drunk as I don't give a fuck, dude. But I'm trying to get everybody in Laredo to come out on the rocks, downtown Laredo. It's at 11 o'clock. Dude, it's a fucking Thursday. I know you're all going to be at... Hey, let's go to fucking Rumor. Nah, dude, come on out. Come fucking get some laughs, dude.
Well, we're never playing Rumors.
No, I know, but I got a bunch of friends of mine that wearing their tight-ass fucking jeans and try to get their butts fucking sniffed.
Are those
Get
guys
the-
or girls?
Both, dude.
Both.
Yeah, get your fucking... Hey, wear the fucking looser
Get your
fucking-
ass sniffed, all right?
Get your fucking looser jeans coming out. Dude, I swear to God, dude, you guys have no idea how fucking funny... Laredo funny really is.
Okay, real quick, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
This is Tuesday night. This is getting released Wednesday.
Yeah.
You're doing something Wednesday night. What are you doing?
Wednesday I'm going to be in McAllen, Texas with Raymond Horta, El Prende la Vela, dude. I'm also going to be with Mario Salazar in McAllen, Texas.
Big Mario, good friend. Very good
Yeah,
person.
dude, these guys are fucking rocking it out, dude. But dude, to me, the biggest fucking show I'm going to do all week long is going to be here in Laredo, dude. I
rock
cannot
and
wait
roll.
to fucking see these guys on stage. The thing is, Laredo is a funny motherfucking town, and these guys are fucking doing it, dude. And I cannot fucking wait to fucking share the stage with these guys. Share the fucking stage with these guys. And show my friends who have never seen these guys or me fucking do my shows in front of the guys that fucking have been in front of them. There is a lot of talent in Laredo, dude. And the truth is, dude, just go out there and fucking go have a good time, man. I know you work on Friday, but fuck all that.
Quit your job. Fuck it.
Because the truth is, how many of your coworkers have ever fucking called in on Friday? That's right. You need to call in too.
I don't work and I'm going to call it on Friday.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
Call in
right.
sick, motherfuckers. We're
Yeah.
about now straight up, dude. On the rocks, the downtown Laredo, Texas. We're gonna have a fucking badass fucking show. Hey, only the best of the best are gonna be on the show, dude. You're gonna fucking love this shit.
It's a lit show.
It's not a fucking open mic. It is a new talent show. You have no idea. Catch these fuckers before they're fucking crazy ass fucking on fucking MTV, on fucking Comedy Central. I swear, y'all.
On parole.
Oh yeah, I'm parole. Yeah.
Y'all might laugh about this shit, but I swear to God, dude. JR, Fred, fucking Steve. All you motherfuckers, dude. George, these motherfuckers might be on fucking Comedy Central fucking a year from now. And you're gonna go like, I know that fucker. No, you don't know. Come fucking get to know us
You
tomorrow.
fucked me without a condom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we went wrong.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 hours and 12 minutes. That's a long podcast for us, but we thank you very much for joining us here. We will be here next week once again on your Wednesday.
Patreon.
Irritating
the
your ear
fuck
holes.
out of here.
We'll be irritating your ear holes Wednesday. Again, catch you all later. Deuces, people.